This match has got so much on the line, and we're going to be finding out a lot of the answers to the questions we've been asking.
Absolutely. This is a great opportunity to see whether Sentinels have still got it. They should be expected to take this one away. Obviously, the first map, it's normally a permaban for NRG. They literally have not played it this year at all. It's been removed whenever possible. And I wasn't expecting a mirror match to be happening here either, because this comp deviates away. And Dapper on Chamber is one of those big deviations. Starts it out with a bang.
Straight on the other side, it's the 1-for-1. Both jets going down. Centerpieces for either team, the players that they build around the most. It's going to be creating it now into a 4v4 in the pistol round, and it is explosive at that. Tex firing off a couple of those shots at a headhunter. Not going to be rewarded with the kill, but Doms is quite low, and Android just peeking in that slight corner. Shaz falling. No more breach. It's going to be quite difficult for them now. You're probably going to see this round slow down a bit now as we reach the minute mark.
Excuse me, my bad.
Sick playing the Astra is a massive surprise. Peeks his head over, almost took out Tex. He knows where that rendezvous went to. Tex is in some major trouble, just backs off. And that allows Dapper and Sick to be able to control this drop.
And Dapper just launches himself into the back of the side. He opens it up with one of the kills. He finds the third as well in the round. Why not? The Tex falling now. It's all up to the two players. On NRG, the Aftershock EU.
Dude,
He's caught Zoms. Spike is down. Both players weak on Sentinels here. They have to play this cautiously. And you can see this crossfire that's being set up now. You know, the EU's playing just around that corner.
God, bro.
Quick little shot at a classic.
That was like a
hop for info. They know that Tick is playing up there. 37 health to his name. And the cross is being watched. The Spike defusal in process. An easy round, it felt like here for NRG. Opening things up here. And kind of, I think, going against our expectations for what this map might have been.
Yeah, I mean, everything is... There simply are no expectations. Sentinels have played this map once, and with a pretty different comp. I mean, Sick was playing Sky. But here, saving the Aftershock until the very end of the round just allows EU to turn this into a 2v2. Both of these players were playing from drop because Dapper had to get back over to the dish area with his rendezvous. Sentinels are not going to force up into this round. And I went back and I took a look at Sentinels when they played this at Champions. And something that sprung out to me, even though the compositions are different, every single attacking round that Sentinels played on Fracture against Crew, they ran a split. They never defaulted. So this is actually slightly different. You see how they're spread around the map? Dapper's just taking dish control. They have then Zoms watching over towards Tree. This is a bit of a different look. The strategy for Sentinels was quite one-dimensional when it came to Champions. It worked incredibly well. But this slower pace is slightly different. If you fast flank against them, though, they will collect you. So Som in a bit of danger if he feels like it's safe to push all the way up to halls.
Still a dangerous round for them. Tex, oh my goodness. Almost got the head taken clean off there. 5 HP.
Yeah, we're watching a tourney. This is a Valorant tournament. This was already happened.
Coming in from Som. They're normally
but this is pros versus pros.
And Zoms deal with it.
Doesn't look likely. Som trying to spray them down. Just dashes to safety, but he has the backup now. Just behind him, playing together with Hayes. Giving him that old man buff now as they just push them now from every single perceivable angle of halls. Somehow Tens gets that kill while stunned up. Watching themselves a drop there, but all the players eventually falling. The 4 players surviving for NRG on this round wasn't particularly expensive for them.
No, not at all. This is going to set up NRG with a really lovely bonus round. This is the kind of round where you want to see something explosive from NRG. Maybe a trap play set up in halls. It looks like they're going to push the breach and the jet over towards B. So maybe some kind of flash and dash play. It's Som
I'm a fan of like the Sentinels.
Som and Tex both.
I also like NRG because I fuck with Som.
And it looks like
I like Dapper. I watch a lot of Sick. I actually watch the whole fucking Sentinels team. I don't watch too much NRG except for Som.
Quick flash.
And Android.
Som just has to hug that corner, but they know exactly where he is. Still, he finds Som. Pushing deep in them when the tour de force Dapper supporting him from behind. Still, it's the pincer. They want to try and convert this bonus, and they do get that one pick onto Shaz. Bursting themselves through the box. Zoms is in trouble, 29 health, and they've got the spike down. NRG in control of this round, despite the fact that it's a 2v3. Pushing right through. Oh! And they're still getting all the picks now. Hazed. Collecting them, and it's down to a 1v1. Him versus Tens.
He has no idea. He just doesn't know where Tens is whatsoever.
Tens got this, bro.
Sick ran through tunnel to try and help Zoms, and Tens was lagging behind. But that's actually set up a situation here where Tens is able to get the spike safely and head over towards B. But at this point, Hayes
shit. He's like right there.
A, has an idea that the spike is going to go down on B. Tens has been nasty in 1v1 so far. Has he got it this time?
We'll see.
Oh, dinged!
My goodness, a quick dink. Spike is down, and Hayes knows exactly where he is. Smoke 10's just trying to fake that he could be crossing, eventually going to be B-hopping behind those dice, but still this 1v1 is so important.
Oh,
right around the corner, and he hits the shot. Quick little kill
boy,
for
10,
him.
dude, that's very. Oh my god, I can't imagine, bro. Like how fucking.
That bonus to go in the way of NRG.
That's a massive play from Tens
What's up,
towards
Braid?
the end. Unfortunate for Hayes because he did such a good job in the middle of that round. But Tens plays this immaculately. He's stuck in the corner, dashes away from the early headshot. 124 damage done to him, but still manages to get away, smoke his exit, and re-swing with the Vandal. That was an expensive round, but it's actually NRG's economy that comes out looking a little worse here.
Really?
And Sentinels once more set up for a bit
yeah.
of a default. The
But
Astra
everybody's
being added
economy
into
is
their composition
fucked,
instead of the Sky.
kind of.
6 change to the agent comp overall means that it's a little easier to default on this map. You've got the sucks to be able to stop any defensive aggression. But this setup towards A looks dangerous. Tex takes first contact. Looks like a fault line from EU. And Android was going to...
I know, I forgot too. So I'm watching it with my community, bro.
And now it's going to be on Som hiding in Arcade.
Dapper has been a bit of a menace here.
Som is pretty...
Time being brought down. That's Hayes taking the angle. That's Sick falling. More Astra for their comp. Som has been spotted, though, behind these boxes.
Oh,
the teammate to play off of. They
Jesus
know Dapper's there.
Christ.
That's going to be the second
That's
one
why
for Hayes.
I hate Fracture,
Good
bro.
performance thus far. Sentinels are slowly creeping up through the B main. Just seeing if they can find something now. A lot of pressure.
Som right
on
there. That's
Ten's
such a good
shoulders
point.
to
That's
see if
such a
he
good
can try
angle
and
right there where
convert
Som's
something.
at.
2 players down. It's going to be hard.
I play that angle too. On Fracture, I play that angle. I play box on site.
Map control towards halls if they try and pivot. This has to be a B hit. And even though the majority of the players are holding from kind of canteen, spawn kind of area for NRG, Som still has tower control. And Tenzi spending all of this time clearing out the underground, but that's just not where they are at all. This feels impossible for Sentinels.
I really feel like they should just be saving the rifles in this situation. And a stun just queued up. It's 12 seconds remaining. Surely they're not going to go for this.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, he was
Anyway,
coming
yeah,
up.
It's just going to be the save.
Oh, here comes
And this is where
Tex.
Tex can make it expensive, actually. Oh, just run straight into Zoms. All right. Never mind. Not this round.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just keep those rifles on hand.
But the pressure
Time
does start to be
trickling
applied.
down.
The pressure
Yeah.
starts to be applied here to Sentinel's economy. They're 3-1 down. Remember, this is their map pick. This is NRG's permaban. This is not a good start. They've come into this looking for a bit more of a slow approach, but they're giving NRG opportunities to find those individual 1v1s, and it's what the desk were talking about. NRG are so strong in those positions. Ender was bringing up Tex and his success in early 1v1s. That's also the case for Som. And for Hayes here, he's 6-1. The old man energy is pounding. He's getting revenge for the PAX Invitational and the 31 Summer Cup.
I remember that.
You're reaching into that.
Hayes,
Oh, there's
yeah.
a rivalry
ancient
that
archives.
extends. The
Yeah, the
ancient archives
rivalry.
must be pried open. Here's a B-split, though, with pace.
Oh, this is fast. It's stunned up though. Tens might find it difficult to collect that kill. Hayes, he wins it out. Som taking out the Astra player on the other
They
side.
just
of
lost
things as well.
Tens.
Sick, new to this role. Again, it's going to be Sentinels, 2 players down.
They just need to pick off one for intel.
And so much on Shanty to try
There
and
you
find
go.
another
That's
duel.
it.
This time does
Oh
go the way
my
the
god,
Sentinels
the
and Som is
trade.
instantly there with the trade.
Oh, fuck.
Working his way
There's
around
the
the
trade
corner.
again.
Damn,
Dude,
Som
Som
is so
is
nasty.
so good. This is one of the scariest aspects of NRG as a team. It's how clean their fundamentals are. It's the way they play off of each other. Always there, ready to just capitalize if a teammate takes a duel.
Let's go Dapper. I like Dapper.
And Dapper, Bulldog in hand, I imagine just wants to try and make it expensive for them. You can see him, he was tapping the orb a couple of times there, just trying to bait a swing, but NRG not taking that bait for
Hey,
now.
Mammut.
Very patient play. In fact,
Konnichiwa.
the jiggle peek is just showing how much they respect
Oh,
Sentinels.
oh.
Not
No, no,
willing
no.
to give them really an inch. Still works its way up, but Som, well, he wins it out. 4 kills of him.
Oh my
Drops
god,
the bag, a bit
bro.
of disrespect. Sentinels, no
What's
strangers to that.
up?
No, not at all. And that's one of the things that I was looking forward to in this game too.
Soms
You've got
is good.
Battle of the Streamers with Tens against Som, and then just in general the level of I guess, playfulness that these guys have, but also incredible competitiveness that folds into every aspect of the game.
Sounds nice.
His Sentinels, they have to eco here. You're looking at the ults online as well.
Ten's got a fucking Marshall, dude. Ten's is actually nasty with the Marshall.
Great tool to be able to defend with at any kind of position. Shaz, of course, with one of his own, but unless they get an early pick, and the early picks haven't been going away, unless they get that early pick, it's hard to justify investing ultimates.
The game plan's been lacking a little bit from Sentinels, and they know Dapper is just trying to work his way in here. You can see they committed the aftershock just to clear him out of that corner.
Oh, he's on it, dude.
Dish control.
He should have shot through that. I always shoot through smokes.
Dapper's actually been playing pretty passively here on this chamber. Just sets up his trademark over towards the bridge side. Now going to regroup. And it looks like this is going to be a big pop into sand. Nobody there to... Oh, they're actually slowing down the pace. They're using this utility, and it looks like they're set at any point to burst. As soon as they do, EU is going to crumble this push.
He seems to be so aware of it as well.
That guy's talking so much shit.
He knows that it could be in
sand.
sand.
They have the trademark here. It's just off the trademark. Look at this, around the corner in sand.
Stun forces the dash. Straight back into halls. They know that a lot of the players, the Sentinels, are going to be grouped around this area. This smoke probably going to be fading soon. It's EU flashing through just to make sure that Android doesn't get caught unaware. They're grouped up now, 5 in all smokes. Try and get them into the site. The spam damage Tens is taking so much of it. It's going to be the Viper's Pit drop down. It'd still be winnable for them, presuming that they don't get taken out by a lot of this spam, but it looks like they're just trying to play post-plant all from halls here.
Still 2 players coming into site, and EU still has that breach ult. They're going to scale quickly after as well. Just trying to spam in as much as possible.
Oh!
Here comes the ult.
Oh, it's all combo together, but a counter-rolling Thunder comes through. They're all vulnerable up at the back of the site. 2 quick kills for them, but still not out of it just yet. Sentinels down to the final 2 players. The aftershock to the fuse still being stuck by Tex. Shaz! What an absolute menace he is. 2 kills for him. It's all down to Dom. At the back of the site, the spam comes down. They're going to be able to get that plant in time.
God, bro.
Rough round for Sentinels. Almost winnable for them. Still, they made it expensive.
Yo, crew, let's get on Validator.
Remember?
Yeah, let's go. I put everything on Tom if I could. He's different, like Shroud, yeah. Shroud, I watch Shroud. I like Shroud, man.
Is the one that gets a bunch of kills and makes it look
My boy
doable.
actually put me on Shroud.
On site against
but I like
everything.
Shroud.
Just bullets flying.
He's built different. How about
himself off and still was able to
you know who else is built different is
the 1v2 was a possibility. But now Sentinels,
oh my God, what's his name,
they
dude?
need to start putting rounds
I watch him on Instagram
5-1
a
down
lot.
against NRG on your map pick, that is not a good start. But you're breaching your jet here, looking to try and take control. Tex has been stunned, so he can't scope in on his tour de force.
Noted, my bad. That's his name. Noted's built different.
As well
He's fucking nasty.
So, again, I'm anticipating at all times Sentinels to pull out one of these fast rounds that they were doing at Champions. But everything has been slow paced so far for them on attack.
Just holding the cross, I suppose. Nice little flash will push Tex off the angle. It's a tour de force, but look, the lack of committal. Now it looks like they're trying to take a bit of horse control. The dash. Oh my goodness, Tens wants to try and catch him unaware.
Dude, Tens is so
cheeky play.
So, dude, he's so aggressive. I love it, dude.
Utility, and now they're going to be backing off again. A minute in this round, and it has been, Josh, as you were saying, so slow from Sentinels.
And think about what that does. EU hasn't had to use any of his utility. Still has the aftershock. Still has both flashes. Android still has a molly to be able to use. And if he gets a kill, he's got that Viper roll. They're not really putting pressure on NRG in this early round. They're denying some information, sure, but broadly speaking, NRG are in control here.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you
a
expect
5-1, but it's still doable though, you know.
Dapper dies to this and just drops the spike at Dish, which would be horrendous. Here comes the Astral Wall.
Yep. Cosmic Divide splits across the site, and now you're seeing them just try and get in. The site just stops for the moment in halls, but there's a quick peek. Android holds it down from the upper section of it, but the drop down, not able to get too much more than that. 3 kills for Android.
Let's go, Sick.
Last player standing. Catch that timing, finds the second one, but does he know the third is on the site? Unlikely. Some ended up missing that shot. Impossible scenario. Glad we switched away from that as kids watching.
Hold on, what the fuck?
NRG are up 6-1, and it's another eco round here for Sentinels. NRG have been completely in control of the tempo. Even here, it feels like an A hit is coming. You know that you've given up dish control. The trademark gets broken. Everything telegraphs an A split in this circumstance. and then it comes through, and it doesn't even
Sick was
have that
popping.
explosiveness that Sentinels were doing well at Champions. It's a slow trickle onto the site that allows Android to be able to pick up 3. This looks like it's got a bit more pace in it on the eco round. Here comes Tens with his knives.
Oh my goodness. Dangerously close. You see Som having to back away with the op now, and yeah, Tens with the Blade Storm. And they've got Dapper with that tour de force, I believe, in hand. A lot of opportunities for them to find some picks. These are the most dangerous of eco rounds. Use those ultimates to offset the economical disadvantages they might have. And you can see burst the play. The updraft as Tens just looks to try and find
They got sight.
any sort of target. Feels like it's been so long since we've seen Sentinels leading with any sort of advantage in these rounds, but at least you're going to get the plant down.
They get the plant down quite easily there. EU still has Aftershock. Could have tried to use it to deny. I think that means he's going to use it as part of the retake.
Yeah,
and that's going to put
Sentinels are
pressure on
poor,
Zoms to
but
swing.
they got sight pretty
The person
quick,
that's in
though.
the great position to clutch this is Tens. He's going to have a fantastic crossfire as these guys commit. Has to be smoked off.
Knives popped off here by Som. There is the Aftershock as well to try and
Som
clear off
versus
this
Sens,
Shaz
bro.
before, but look at that.
No.
Tens tries to make it work, just whips those knives. Som with a quick right click. Som was vulnerable up there, but still trying to find them. Now we're seeing it isolated down to the 1v1, but Android happily takes this one just in
Fucking
time
sick,
as well.
bro.
Another round for NRG, so close for them. You see, Dapper was doing so much good work there with the tour de force from Arcade. As soon as that smoke faded, he was catching all the players trying to push up on the site. But still, not enough.
And isn't this an unfamiliar sight? 7-1 NRG.
This is
in the lead of
ridiculous.
Sentinels. I mean, people were talking about it. Sentinels, you talked about the community narrative that they haven't been practicing particularly. Tens has moved to LA as the mass exodus of Valorant players goes towards Texas for better latency. Tens moves in the opposite direction. There was all of this circling and swirling, thinking about an NRG upset, but I wasn't expecting it to happen here on map 1. Here we go, a stun again. Hayes so far aggressive in this one. He manages to take it and the trade.
Hayes,
Dapper and
bro.
Sick both fall. And they have dominated the bridge side. I like this aggressive counterplay, though, from Sentinels. They take A, and it's going to be a post plant, but they've just completely lost Dish.
Yeah. A very potent position.
But
You wanna
Dish
be
is
trying to
not a
hold
good
down if
spot.
you are
I wouldn't
planting
like
on A,
being
but
in
they-
Dish.
Once again, we're playing these post plants now. You can see Shaz has to be so cautious. He was watching the flank in case work their way around. Players now looking to try and pop out. 4 players on the draw. Force drop down, a bit of spam comes through. Android getting chunked down to about half health. Dangerous situation. The stun comes through. Tens. He's got to try and create some magic. Rolling Thunder going to be catching onto a whole bunch of them, but Zombs holds it down once more. Flash is going to catch him. Has to back off
2v3.
into the corner. Now time is running low. NRG to get a move on now as the pace is really starting to get turned up. Finally,
There you
Sentinels are able to get another round on the board, making it 7-2.
They're going to need some more in order to make this one a competitive map. What I liked about Sentinels the last time they played Fracture was that they had a flow to their game. It felt like they really understood the push and the pull. And this round is one of those examples. As NRG push out really heavily for that dish control, Sentinels realize holes must be open and they barrel their way through and play a post plant where they have some creative positions and the breach ult to lean onto. But unless NRG give them those opportunities, Sentinels just feel like they're running their heads into a brick wall. Here's Som once more, op in hand, peeking towards Zoms, towards Tree. He knows the kind of area that Zoms would have been playing in here.
yeah.
Aftershock pulls him out.
Almost
That was
set up the
opportunity.
perfect kill. Just whiffs it though. Has to dash away and falling very low. This is another fast burst. Look at that
Oh my
stun.
god, let's go.
Placement of it finally. And also with a bit of momentum.
Psalms got taken out.
Two picks going their way with Som out of the picture as well. This becomes so much more easier for them in the round. Cosmic Divide committing just towards the tail end, and
All
NRG
three are on A.
so far back right now. It looks like they're already setting up for just a bit of a save.
That would be very surprising. I think they're trying to hunt for anybody that was playing on the other side of the map. Worried about a bit of a lurk, although Sentinels haven't been 4-1 defaulting. I would be a little surprised if NRG don't try and commit to this. I know that they're really, really far away. And it does look like they're setting up for a save. I suppose, yeah, the money is not great for EU and Android. They just want to be able to play for that Viper ult.
I don't think he should push.
Yeah, hold it down. You can see Shaz already just scoping it out.
Yeah, this is going to get a little bit stickier. Shaz pokes his head in here, but they have enough money to be able to at least attempt, make it expensive for NRG.
Just trading the utility. What a shot from Sick and the wallbang through the dish. Sentinels are just trying to take as many weapons away from them as humanly possible. Round is just a given.
Why do you push, bro?
It is.
Oh boy.
They managed to keep 2 rifles in there, which isn't bad. I mean, they still have Android's ult to be able to play around. This next round is going to be
That was pretty
winnable.
good.
Obviously, Summon Tech.
Shaz got that shot, bro. Shaz, I'm good. I'm glad Shaz got that shot.
Kind of position. But okay, NRG are going to take a timeout here. And as Hazed consults with the coach, Josh RT, I want to talk a little bit about what Sentinels have been doing better, or rather the difference between those early rounds and the later rounds. I think one of the key differences is that NRG's defensive setups were rotating quite a lot at the beginning. And Sentinels have been able to sniff out where the defenders are going to be playing at the beginning of these rounds. Like, for example, in that prior round, the flash setup towards Arcade manages to isolate a player, and they snap up that kill really easily with Tens updraft dashing into B tower. And that's the kind of thing that they were cautious about at the beginning. They were trying to feel out, looking for the areas of the map that NRG were fighting over. Now I feel like Sentinels have got a little bit of a feel of what NRG are up to. And so you need to see that adjustment from the defenders as well. NRG, I think, need to be looking at other areas of the map to try and pressure and play aggressively in. They've been playing pretty heavily towards Arcade. They've been playing pretty heavily towards Tree as well. Maybe it's time to try and start fighting like another trap play in halls, or have the op watching dish to try and catch anyone who's contacting in. Although they can't afford an op this time.
I hate Fracture, dude.
Switching it up. In fact, they're forcing into this.
It's such a hard map to just
NRG
play in.
Buying up, so I'm only going to be able to get the judge in hand. Just want to be buying up with those rifles, and here's a bit of an adjustment. Okay, Viper's Pit, Android locks up Arcade.
Oh my word.
Okay. Well, disgusting
deleted.
shot. Yeah, a
Absolutely
disgusting
deleted.
shot.
He was nice.
Now it's going to be picking up the op. It's like, okay, well, my turn now. See what we can do. But they know that they've given up drop control. Dapper, just trying to find
go,
the
Dapper.
angle. In fact, he gets it. Survives on 10 HP. Comes that one out now. Brings it to the 4v4 for them. Still, as I say that, on the other side of things, that's Shaz falling.
Same angle. EU ripping off another head on the same angle. Tens and Shaz both falling here.
You got good angles there. That
Similar kind of theme with Sick and Dapper.
A site, or is it B site? B site angle
Now
is
they're going
nice.
to return, and it looks like they're going to try and get through this Viper's Pit. But what possible utility do they have to put any pressure on Android? It's going to be so difficult.
They're just going to contact in. Look, he's got his camera down to the floor just so we can see them before they really see him. And there you go, stunned straight through the choke. EU's anticipating it was going to be a fast little burst there from Sentinels. 2 players remaining. Do they still want to play into this one?
Yeah, what's up, Cummings?
The Sentinel's money is still good. You might as well go for it. As the Viper utility falls, now Sick and Zoms actually have an opportunity. EU's been so good at anchoring this position so far this round.
Need to try and pick up the pace now, though. That one pick going away.
The 4K,
EU.
dude. EU's
What a
fucking
play from
clean,
him in this
bro.
round.
The
Anchoring
angle
it
is
down
so
as well. Just
crazy,
winning
the way they
countless
play.
duels against Sentinels when they were trying to peak this, and 8
Look at
rounds on
this,
the
look
board
at
for
this.
them. It felt like momentum was swinging the way of Sentinels. That shot was just filthy. Of course, Tens
bro.
wasn't quite looking in that direction. Had to anticipate that. Could have been multiple players
Shaz,
posted up.
bro. Come on,
The
dude.
Orpas that just got deleted
You don't
by
miss
EU.
those, bro.
Both Tens and Shaz pick up the op and try and challenge
You're
EU.
too good to
and he
miss
swings the
those,
momentum
bro.
firmly back in
You're
favor
too
of NRG.
good,
This is going
bro.
to be an amazing half no matter what.
Fuck.
What does the play look like here? Possibly Tex taking a bit of contact towards halls that triggers a breach.
They still got
ult,
good money,
perhaps.
though.
But there
They
isn't
got
really
good
anybody
money.
to follow
That's
up with it.
good.
This looks
Good
more
2
like a
rounds
fault line,
till
actually.
the half.
Yeah, he's just holding the stun, waiting. They gotta know roughly that Tex is playing the slight off angle in halls. Okay, Dapper. Slow play, a drop, just making sure that they clear the utility. There is the stun. Plays off of it, Tex gets the 1 pick, and he's out of there.
Come on, dude.
And NRG are doing a much better job of setting up their players to win these 1v1s. Not always. There isn't always utility, like EU's couple of kills that he got in the prior round. But they're the fault line.
They know where you're
does
at.
Wonders. Tex must know that Dapper and Sick are on dish.
They're
He
pinging
simply must.
They see the
They've
gun,
done
I
it
think,
so
yeah.
many times.
They see the gun just sticking out, and it pings it. Shaz gets the swing, and he knows exactly where Tex was
Nice.
playing. Now here comes the push attempt. Sentinels just trying to get themselves onto this site. You can see the spike currently in hall. Zoms holding on to it for now. Make sure that they clear every single spot. The stun sent down just in case, but NRG nowhere near.
Oh, they're looking to try and maybe bait out the breach ult there. Zoms is going to pop it. This is going to be a repeat of one of our prior rounds.
Yeah.
where we saw EU looking for the breach ult retake, and Zombies
That is a
able to
perfect
stay
ult.
alive on site. Shaz still playing from that Hall's position as well. All looking like a mirror image.
He can't pop that because they know that are all on site.
Crucial here on this drop position. When this push starts to come through, how are they going to scale off of this? Now comes the rolling thunder. I think Dapper just about side dodged it. Smoke is just playing inside, but look at that flash, the perfect timing of it. Still, it's a 2v2. Dapper, one stray shot. EU's managed to get it, still holding it down. Not enough. EU finding the kills. 10 HP to his name.
Come
That's going to be
on.
the half. Nice little defuse for him. I mean, can't argue with the results there, Josh. 9-3.
Absolutely dominant from NRG, Brand.
Switching sides.
Yeah,
Yo,
that
quick
is absolutely
question.
absurd.
NRG or
Well,
Sen?
to back it up, they find a Fracture is going to be one of their first bans.
I don't know, bro. I haven't seen any of
this
it.
time around. And Sentinels,
But
I mean, off the back,
I'm a
of their
fan of
champs,
both.
I believe
Like,
the map win over
I think I'll
Crew.
go Sentinels because I watch a lot more
They looked
Sentinels than
more uncomfortable, I
NRG.
think, playing
The
Fracture.
only people
I
at
mean, from the
work
limited
watch is
examples
like
we've
probably
had,
Android and
this
Psalms.
is a very surprising result.
And it's
That's
been
the one-
fairly
that's the people I
one-sided
study.
so far. You could argue maybe there's a defense-sided element to this, as Shaz gets that fault line set up towards
But we'll see.
the
We'll see
Halls.
how NRG does
So far, playing the same
on
position.
offense because
they are much quicker in order to take this map control. compared to
Fracture
what
is
Sentinels
just
were doing on the other side of
hard.
things. They're still defaulting a little bit with Android looking over towards Tree as well, but Sentinels now have to be worried about
Here.
the A Halls area that entire time, especially if Hex breaks this trademark, which he does. This is going to keep 3 players from Sentinels on A this entire
Plant the spike.
time.
Sir, what's up, Avila?
Yeah, this would
Maria?
be a monumental win for NRG to get under their belts. I mean, there goes EU, though. That's Dapper coming up with some work. He got the first pick of the map, actually, playing that chamber, which he wasn't doing at Champions, as a reminder, with the Headhunter. Finds another one on the pistol round.
There you go, Psalms.
Quick dash
Psalm
in.
pulls
Som
in.
wants to try and take this fast, but he's vulnerable up still. Collects the one.
go.
Som's trying to anchor it down, not capable of finding the pick
Goddamn,
onto
bro.
Som, and Som still
I think
kinda trapped
NRG
now,
is gonna get
separated
this
from the
one.
rest of
From the
his
way I
team.
see the chemistry
All this was
between
going on, a couple
Sentinels
of
on this
picks
map,
went their way of
it's not looking
Sentinels,
too
you
good
can
for
see.
them. But it's too soon to tell because
Still holding
9-3 is
now,
still
start
winnable.
rotating as the plan comes down, and the call is going to be made to try and hold this one forwards. Android with that pick onto Shaz is going to set them up nicely
It
as
was
they
a
just
4v3.
retake now sand control. Got a nice little crossfire set up.
Yeah, this is going to be difficult for them to get back through. Sick does not have any more stars. They take him
Fucking
out.
sick, bro.
It's only the 2 players left at Dish.
They hear the drop. Tens. He has to create magic here for him. Dapper's going to be covering right round the corner, but Som answers back straight away. They going his way. Tens! Oh my goodness.
Yeah, boy.
Knew where the players were.
That's my boy Tyson
You know he's
right
going to
there,
be good for it
dog.
most of the time.
You should get more
Clutches up the
visitors.
round for
I
them.
know. Invite
Unbelievable
everybody.
Red Bull clutch.
You should invite
That
everybody.
is not
I'm
bad.
just a small
That's what Tens has
YouTuber,
been
bro.
doing for them so far this game, but it
Bro,
hasn't been enough
let's
so
go.
far. This is going to let
Tens. That's my
Sentinels
boy Tyson
have
right there,
just a
dog.
sliver of a chance back into this one.
Players.
Dapper did a decent job
Look at
of
this,
putting
look at
down damage too, finds 2 kills, and gets both of these players
You will
down
make
to the
it
point
far.
where a single sheriff
I know, I
shot will
hope.
take them out.
I got a lot more
Som and
years
Android
under my
had
belt,
to-
so
had to get the damage there on Tens, otherwise they were
before I
getting walked up.
retire, so
This gives them a little bit of breathing room here. Sentinels, they have better guns. They can start to get back in. And this looks like a fairly standard setup. Shaz
I
playing with
appreciate
fault
that though,
line,
Maria,
Sam's-
for real. That
Zom's
means a
still
lot.
in Halls. And Dapper, even though he's changed up his agent since last time we saw, still occupying the
go,
arcade
Psalms.
position, trying to hold B tower.
Tap there off the orb just to try and bait something.
That's crazy.
A little bit of a swing, but they're not going to anticipate.
Oh
Tens
my
up
God.
top. Ooh. Doesn't quite catch the head of Som. In
that
fact,
is a
Som
crazy
able to just
angle.
dash
I like
away.
B angle. I like
safety.
holding B angle more than anything. A is
The
just
Sentinels are going to be
too
quite aware
complex.
that the players are grouped up now around.
because there's so much movement you can do in B. You know
area.
what I mean? Like you got sewers. You could
So
take
many
control
players
of
in
sewer
that
mid
tunnel for
easy.
NRG, just working their way around the
From
map.
B.
They
A
put
is
some
kind of
fairly decent
complex.
presence
Too
towards
much.
arcade, so now they're just going to try and pop in from Tree.
Best
There is
players
always
use.
this finding
No,
utility
I'm
that's
not.
gonna
Best.
make Sentinels
timing.
worried.
It could be everything right now, Tens. Oh my word.
Down B.
Spray down catches the players unawares. They were just trying to contact straight in.
EU
Still
is so
EU.
fucking nasty.
Quick response. Takes the head and
Let's
six
go, let's
straight
go.
off. Tens though. Tries to hold it down once more. 36 health on EU. Not
See, I
enough.
told you, bro.
Try and salvage that round for
9-4,
them still.
9-5, bro. 9-5. I'm
Almost
telling
happy
you.
with it.
Let's
Another round on the
go.
board, and you can start to feel again this momentum.
Oh my
They have the
god.
breathing
Thank you,
room.
Maria.
A little bit.
I don't
yeah,
think I'm
we'll
not
see
the
whether
best.
they go
I
for full
know-
force here.
I
Tens
don't
is
think
gonna
I
have
know
access
I'm
to
not
his
the best
knives thanks
player.
to all of the kills that
These
he's got
guys
with
are
the pistol
nasty.
round and mopping up a couple of them there as well with his bulldog. So this, I mean, Dapper's going to buy a rifle, but the rest of them still have money to be able to buy in round 16, even if they lose. So it's about applying that economic damage.
Yeah, look at that. Dapper.
Tens is really going to roam around the map and find value from doing that, putting pressure on NRG.
Fucking, what's his name?
Just plays
Where's he
Dish
at? What the
kind
fuck
of on
just
his own.
happened?
There is a
Sick.
stun to be
He's using the
worked off as
bulldog.
well.
Yeah,
that's
exactly
like
the point here.
the bulldog's
So
actually
trying to play off of Shaz in this
oh
breach.
my god, come on,
Two knives
Tens.
gone. Quick little jiggle here from the NRG players as they're trying to get a feel for the positioning. And look at this, they're waiting to see if Tens pushes a little bit deeper.
They don't want to push
Eventually
Tens.
backing away from it now.
I mean, they probably do it because they're pros, you know what I mean? But like, if it was me,
NRG's Viper Wall can sometimes fake that they're
I would
pushing
just
a tree and
readjust.
contacting in, and that's why Dapper's put a trademark there. This arcade area is when most people play their Viper Wall in a double controller setup.
Yeah.
But now the NRG players just have to hold angles for each other. As Hayes gets into astral form and tucks himself around the corner, it's on Som, it's on Tex to open this up.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, sick.
Sick is sick.
Dangerous swing around the corner, just about to tank the player. Cool
Who's
wall
on
bang
site?
there,
Oh,
but they've
Viper.
already made their way into tower. NRG, full side control here. You still have to be aware that there could be a player hiding within these smokes. Som has to use the dash, and now look at that, the aftershock. The molly, oh, just about mistimed, but still the damage is done.
There it is.
Ends there with the knives. Flame Storm kill,
two? Is it
resetting
three?
them, and you're going to start to see the pace now increase. The Rolling Thunder comes in, and it's going to catch a bunch of the Sentinels players. Will there be any sort of capitalization
Let's
off of
go.
it? Doesn't
Let's go.
look likely. Tens still there, leading the charge for his team, and he knows that there's going to be a player up in tower here trying to play.
One enemy
Post plan holding down the corner, the quick right click.
There you go.
That'll do it.
Jesus.
Fuse coming
Tens,
through.
man. Let's
No
go,
one dying
baby.
on the side of Sentinels.
Oh, fuck with
Hasty
you,
little
dog.
round from them.
So aggressive.
Awesome
he just
bonus
creates
round from
openings like
Sentinels, gets
crazy.
them straight
That's
back into
what.
the
That's
game.
how
NRG
you
and
do it
Sentinels
right there.
both struggling with the same kind of
Creating
things, but at least
openings.
NRG are being able to get into
Fucking
post-plant
avoiding
scenarios.
that ult.
NRG have
Beautiful.
actually got the spike
Beautiful
down there
work,
and set up
bro.
with some good
Look
post
at
plants.
this.
They had the breach ult to be able to work on as well, but unfortunately, it's still that prime game in flawless.
Pay attention to the
Sentinels
Tens. Look at
not
him.
losing a
Look at
single player means their economy is fantastic for the next round.
Just freaking avoiding that. Oh,
But they're at least,
what they
my point being that NRG are at least
Beautiful.
getting in positions to win these rounds, whereas it looked a bit hopeless
Sure.
for the beginning looking at Sentinels. So
that's why I said
NRG, if they change
never
a couple of
9-3.
little things
Man.
and try and shut down Tens, I think he's been the big playmaker in these late round scenarios.
Yes.
Here we go again, a massive clash towards Tree. There's the suck, the stun. The Sentinels are dominating
see.
this area. Som is so isolated.
Hey, the amount of utility they've just poured into this area. Yep, Som is so alone. Just hiding behind the smokes, just praying that they don't end up clearing him out. You can see they have to use their own pull just to make sure that this player's not hiding behind this
Man,
box.
there's still second 4 right there. That's
Gonna be
crazy.
re-cleared, but still Sherrison. Hand
Oh
tech's
my
okay.
god.
Contacts around the corner, catches the one player. Still got ammo to spare. 7 shots left in the headhunter. If you can find another one. I
The
mean, it
information
looks
here,
like-
though,
Just
the
dying
info
on
is
Eco.
arguably more
Eco's
important
crazy.
than the kill, honestly. If he spots another couple of players, he'll be able to tell the rest of his team to just commit onto B, and there's only Sick there.
Tries to make a bit of noise in the process as well, just to pull those players towards it still. Sick left to anchor now onto B. The stun. It's going to be connecting here up into tower. It could be in trouble. Takes the swing anyway, while Som takes his head clean off.
Come on, come on, come on.
Now straight away, the scaling is quick.
Oh my
Shot just put down, swing through. Yep, the spike is now isolated. The B main still the kills. Be even for them, roughly speaking. Sentinels only 2 players remaining, and now
Let's
they've
go, Dap.
gifted Som a rifle still. There's a little bit of hope here for Dapper. Spike gets picked up now as
They're all-
Android very
all
low,
there.
still tries to plant down. You can see Dapper trying to take the shot. He's good in these clutches. We've seen it in the past. Let's see if he can pull it off. One player low takes him out. Android no longer present. He knows that Som has the knives as well, but only 50 health. A single knife will do it. The right click misses, but luckily Tex is there to salvage the operation. A thrifty round for NRG. Now this is where the pressure starts to mount.
It really is. That was a great round as well by NRG. That's why I was saying that this pick onto Zoms pulled 3 rotates and left Sick isolated on the B site. And even though he does great by getting the first kill, re-swinging after the fault line comes through just sets him up to that triple face as they're walking upstairs. And from there, NRG, especially Som, just takes it home. Starts to get really dangerous here. Android's got his ult for the post-plant kind of situations. We've got Tens just holding down Tree, but once more they're getting really aggressive early on. What is that? That's a wallbang through the door from Shaz. Shuts down the star player from NRG.
are divided.
Some tried to skip
What a
over the
miss.
stun as well that was coming his way. She's using the dash to try and take some space, scale really quickly. NRG do have to be careful though. Sentinels, you're looking at it with the tour de force in hand for Dapper and Tens with the double up setup. One mistake be critical. Still, that's going to be the Viper's Pit laid down. It's going to keep Sentinels now on their toes. I think they're a little bit worried that they could be just contacting in. You can see Zom's playing inside of it, almost getting spammed down.
He's going to be so weak. Sick is trying to assist him and help. Meanwhile, there's a chamber battle potentially going to happen over towards Dish. As the Tour de Force watches that. Missed the shot, goes for the repeat as well. There's just chaos happening. Yeah, you can hear the shots rattling out.
Oh yes.
Goodness, everybody missing this one still. Zoms finds the one, and it was the most important pick at that. Viper's Pit going to be taken down. Tex, a fast rotation, just takes the ropes all the way to skip across, but 5 players alive for Sentinels.
30
Shut
seconds
down.
left.
Flawless.
This push attempt.
It has to be a
Viper's
flawless.
Pit just really not quite supported.
Yeah, one of the biggest problems here, assuming that Tex is not able to complete the 1v5, which he isn't for the prime game in Flawless.
Beautiful.
One of the biggest problems with that Viper's Pit from Android is that they didn't have anybody ready to push into it as it kind of extends
like,
into
why
the side.
no one pushing?
And so Sentinels are able to
That was so
control
bad.
this choke point simply by spamming at it. They've all got Phantoms, they just spam shots in there, and NRG don't feel comfortable to take that space.
no.
And so Zoms and Sick are able to dominate the choke point even while their health is slowly ticking away. This is a sticky situation for NRG. They take another timeout here. They are up 10-7, but it's a far cry away from that 9-3 half. And we have seen Sentinels claw their way back into games like this. You cannot give them an inch. They will take a mile. One of the things that they went for in that prior round, Bren, was the 10s op towards Tree and then the tour de force towards Dish. Really trying to lock down the areas where NRG have been taking space for free without using too much utility. And then, you know, they've still got the breach to be able to lock down other areas like halls.
It's crazy.
And in this timeout, they're going to be thinking about exactly what they're going to be doing. I'm curious if they're going to be forcing into this next round. I mean, Tex does say that he has the ultimate available. Could opt to buy for somebody.
Yeah, they
Spread
have
the
their
money.
opportunities. I think that might be what they're discussing right now as well, if they take a timeout. Because, yeah, Tex has dropped EU a rifle, so they've...
Okay.
Wow, they're going for 4 rifles and the tour de force. They are going for this round.
Got to.
It's pivotal for them. I mean, they really
They
have
have
to
to
carry this
force
forward
that.
with as many of those guns as possible. Sentinels have got more than enough money to take some liberties in this round. And again, you can see Tens posted up with the op, locking down that B tree angle.
Although he has been smoked off, and that's going to deny a lot of the information he gets there. He's also playing on top of a trademark, so even if Tens gets pushed off, they still have some level of info. There's a stun. They're expecting NRG to swing. At some point here, Sentinels are going to try and punish, and they do. Take down Hayes. That's the IGL, the Astra gone.
A beautiful response from him. Shaz just throws in a flash for good measure. Just pushing him away. In fact, he's found another one, and Soms with the crossfire. NRG unwilling to give up that space. Pay for it with their lives.
What?
Tex, what is that? A quick flick of the wrist. He finds one with the tour de force. Has to walk through his own slow, though, and that makes it obvious exactly where he was playing. Android, the sole player now for his team. Fight block down here for them, and Shaz with 4 on the round.
Let's go, Shaz. That's what I'm talking about.
NRG, I think Josh might be kicking
That's what
themselves
the
at
fuck
this
I'm
one.
talking about.
He bought up into this. Not a lot of money to their name.
That was a good ass
And
play
it's
right
this
there on
whole push
Shaz.
that just dominates them. Shaz's breach is nasty on defense. He doesn't put himself in extended positions too often. But his utility usage is fabulous, and also his aim is still superb. I think people tend to forget how good of a player Shaz is, and his breach, which
absolutely.
he's played long ago in the past, like towards the end of 2020, is just fearsome.
Yeah.
They've got the same kind of setup here to lock down halls as the operator from Tens moves its way to arcade.
Stun comes through, and the spacing.
Eco.
It's quite good from NRG. They take out Dapper before he could even teleport away. Sick. Holding it down for now. Oh, drops off the cross. You gotta be joking.
That's fucking crazy.
Tex has been a menace with a headhunter.
They've all been so dangerous when it comes to these eco rounds. That was one of the ways in which NRG were able to upset Rise. They won 4 out of 4 of the eco rounds. Ender was
Holy
talking
shit,
about it on the
5-stack in
desk.
arcade?
These guys are deadly in rounds like this. Som
Oh, yeah,
has a
push
rifle.
Flash through.
So
Yep,
much
they've
pressure.
caught him. Tex finds one. Oh my goodness, Ten's just about to
Let's
catch
go, Zoms. Let's go,
Zom
Zoms.
there. Zoms as well, just peeking through the spawn. Does get Tex, but now he's being swarmed. Has to hold this down. Are they going to think to check this angle now? Already running straight up onto the site, but the timing is not good for him. He peeks his head over just to see if he can collect a couple of kills, and it's given NRG the site. That plan is going to go down, and it's all on tens with the off. He has created magic in the past. 6k in the bank. He can take liberties this round. He would try and attempt the clutch now, just creeping deep onto the site, but it's so hard for him. Or just the flash flicks away. Smoke wants to play inside of it, but now the stun. Oh, this is dangerous for him. Straight through Hall. Somehow just walks up to EU, takes his head clean off. That's the frenzy in play. But now he's got to contend with all of this post-plant utility. Starlight down, the molly as well, and he doesn't even know if there's a player hiding up top. Just to clear so many angles. It just feels impossible for him. The pull, even if he was sticking it, wouldn't be able to get it. A shot's gonna miss.
God damn.
On the positive side, there is no way that Android is going to be able to collect that operator, so it's not like they've gifted that weapon over to the attacking team either. But that's NRG creeping ever closer to being able to lock this map up.
Hey, Astrid, have a good night, bro. Thank you for stopping by.
Such an unusual pathing in that round, too. They all group arcade, explode onto Shazam at Generator, then decide to run all the way through Defender's spawn at
Reminded
Zoms.
me of Gambit, Josh.
Sure.
In a sense of how they play.
Yeah, just grouping up together. It's that pack mentality, but it's the best way of being able to generate value, or rather capitalize on your advantages. On an eco rounds, here's the op battle again. Tens goes for the crouch peek.
God.
And Soms, he's good for the shot. That's dish control. Shazam comes to try and plug the gap.
That's clean.
Still has all of his breach utility, of course, apart from that fault line. Could look for a flash repeak at some point here, but he's just looking like he wants to go for the dry swing.
That's so brave. I mean, he doesn't orchestrate that he could be swinging that one. No flash, obviously. I believe there was a player playing anti-flash, so...
Oh my god,
I can't believe he takes that risk. He
not
converts
favored.
into a 4v4. He shouldn't be favored, you're right.
But a massive
It's absurd.
play. And both breaches have the ult here as well, so things could start to get pretty crazy. Zoms has his Viper ult to be able to deny the plant as well and try and anchor the site. But there's still a minute on the clock. You don't want to commit it too early.
Yeah, good patience being shown, but I can feel a bit of chaos about to erupt here. Tex takes out Shaz, and the swing from Android. Dom's found at the back of the site. Six going to be cleaned up momentarily, and now just Dapper on his way to the site. It's going to be the plant coming down now for NRG, and you can see Android taking up that horse position. This is going to be very difficult for Dapper to try and dislodge.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Another 1v3. I mean, the Sentinels players have been in these positions so many times in this map. It's 11-8. They're going to let NRG get to match point unless Dapper can come up with absolute magic here. Again, dodging the flash. Same setup for NRG, and it's just too good. The flashes come from backside. Dapper doesn't have the advantage of the jet smokes to be able to hide inside. And that setup is so good at being able to deny the clutch.
That's crazy.
Map point here for NRG.
There we go.
I did not see this coming at all. Especially the way these map picks and bans, and we see a Sentinel timeout.
Raucus hits the red button.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if Raucus is still on this team.
I assume he is.
I mean, this is where the pressure really starts to mount. You got to think about this now. NRG, Herma banning Fracture most of the time when they play it. They do not like to play Fracture. There were no VODs, no footage of them playing this map whatsoever. Most of us expecting Sentinels to be able to take this, but map point now here, as you can see in this round. So close to taking map one in this series.
And normally, when you see a team deviate away from their permaban and go into another map like this, a Fracture pick, for example, map one, you expect it to be based off scrim footage, right? They've played against them. They understand that they might have an edge against them. Sentinels haven't been scrimming too much recently. That's the overarching narrative of them during this offseason that they've had over winter. They only started, 10 days, 2 weeks ago, something like that? It's not like they've been playing religiously all throughout December and January. So NRG just going for a bit of a punt here on map one. They have the breach ult to be able to work with this round. They're looking to close it out. Breach ult on either side. The advantage here for Sentinels slightly in terms of the ult economy, but they need to be able to lock down these early picks.
Well, op v op, we might be seeing a bit of a duel taking place. You can see Som is on the B site. Viper's pick committed there, just in halls. Som wants to try and hold this down.
And that is going to give Sentinels an advantage in map control. NRG have been taking holes without too much contestation. There are some rounds for sure where Shaz is fighting over it, and NRG have been made to pay with blood. But a lot of the time, they're getting A holes for free and Dish for free as well, and that's been a big problem for Sentinels. So I don't mind this Viper's Pit whatsoever. It's really slowed the pace of this round down as well. NRG just have Tex controlling that bridge side, looking to group up. I'm anticipating EU to path into tunnel here, try and clear it out, and then you can go for a big breach onto site from a safe position.
They haven't cleared any of the utility elsewhere on the map. So you can see the Dapper's just got his full setup down on B.
Yeah, but
Brent, could be dangerous.
The trademarks have always been in the same position for Dapper. I find it hard to believe NRG don't know where they are. They've run into them many times, and Dapper hasn't been shifting it up too much.
Well, now we're down to the 35 seconds here, Som. Okay. Is he going to suspect this? The stun. Top of the Jenny. Right there. Tens finds it. Rifle in hand. Som gone. That's a major central point of the NRG attack. Going to be missing now for them. A quick flash through, and EU, well, ready to just scale so fast. That's a Rolling Thunder deep into the spawn, but Dapper straight up onto the point. Does collect a couple of the kills, but Android now going to be granted of enough for the ult. Will he be able to get this plant out? Rolling Thunder to the back, just narrowly avoids it.
It just missed.
Can he get this plant? Yes, it's not going to disrupt him. He gets it down. The Aftershock not even going to be helping in this as well. Tex playing inside the oldest, a 2v2. This could be the entire map of Soms. What a play from him. It's the 1v1. It's all down to this one.
Who is that?
Tex versus Shaz. The stun just misses. He tries to find it, but
Easy.
Shaz clutches it up.
Sad. I know Shaz.
What a play from him.
Dude. Shaz got clutch
down
power.
to just 70 health in the process, but my word, they needed that.
It's a lifeline for Sentinels. Shazam provides it. His utility was aimed to deny the plant. The breach shell comes through with 8 seconds on the clock, hoping to stun him up, deny the plant, and he just missed Android by a hair's breadth. I thought that was it, Brent. I thought that was the mistake that was going to seal it for Sentinels, but Shazam clutches it back. And this puts it at 12-9. The economy in a bit of a rough place as well. Tex does have his tour de force to be able to work with. So once more, NRG are going to attempt... What is this? A half by the look of it. Two rifles, a tour de force. NRG just trying to inflict damage upon Sentinels here. And Tens with his knives, looking to push out Arcade. Nobody watching this tree area, where there's 4 players from NRG.
Oh. Yeah, the heavy pressure towards it. Playing with the 3 players, obviously. Did give up that orb. Obviously, when it's fractured, it's not possible to control all the orbs at once when you're on the defending side of things. But it does give Som his knives, and this is a guy who's been making waves for a while now.
Ren, look how little map control they have on the defense. They don't have tree control, they have no holes control, and they don't know anything about Dish. Som is in!
Oh my god, what a shot! I mean, Sick knew exactly where he was, tried to take the re-peek. Did bring Som down to 33 health, but this is now more than dangerous.
Som got 33 on him.
Som still with the knives, just about spots him. Has to run back through that Viper utility. And the round has been slowed down. 45 seconds remaining. Tex holding the tour de force. Run's about 50 meters long, so I think they might be aware of this one. But now we see the pace turned up. And the crossfire is excellent. Dom's locking this one down. What a flick from him. 3 kills for him. Tex on the side, though.
No.
The quick scope, I don't believe it. Almost winnable for them. Just getting hairy, and Ten's luckily able to just swing right in time. But, I mean, it's still... You got to imagine a lot of the Sentinels players sweating there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is... I've got to call it. We're Brits. It's squeaky bum time. That kind of round towards the end there really is. You're whistling. I mean, that one is close.
Yeah, that's got you tensed, I think.
Again, one of the problems here I feel with the Sentinels' defense is that they're not really taking space or map control too much. They're fighting for holes some of the time for sure, but look at how kind of bunched up Dapper and Tens are on the site. They've only got these trademarks to give them information, and by the time they go off, NRG are practically there. Zom's got so many kills in that prior round, he has another Viper ult to be able to put down in holes. This guy is just insane in terms of anchoring, and it's kept them in this map. But can they repel the B hit? It looks like a split coming through any time now.
It's so hard for NRG to try and find something. The flash comes through. Tens, oh my goodness, caught unaware. Ended up jumping. NRG coming out on top here. It's a 3v2. Scaling quickly onto the site. A quick shot trading the damage between one another. Shaz and Som so low, but did he expect Som to be holding down canteen area? Okay, there's the Cosmic Divide. That's from their own team. It does temper Som's aggression just a tad. He's looking to hold down at the front of Jenny here. Plant now down, and this is where it's really all on the line. Shaz, he's got no utility to work with here on this retake. This could be the map.
The Astro Wall just makes it so difficult to play against, but the time is ticking. If they wait for too long, Haste is going to be playing with this pull on the defuse as well. He just wants to stay alive in this kind of situation. Do they expect Som's position? Yes, they do.
God.
We take him out. That's the first obstacle removed, but still, it's a difficult one for Sentinels. Molly comes through. Now a stun to try and scale deep into tower to try and push these players off. But look at the wraparound, the rotation. They're not even on the spike. And now the pull comes through. It dissuades it. Surely it's not going to end like this, but it does. NRG take approach to 2022. NRG have been playing in almost every tournament they can get their hands on.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. But since April of last year, the best team they've actually been able to beat was Rise, who were looking really shaky. So this would be a massive scalp to add to the NRG trophy cabinet, if you want to put it like that. And it's the best time to fight Sentinels at the beginning of your schedule. There's 5 weeks. I guarantee 5 weeks from now, Sentinels will be looking a little bit tighter. But here we go, pistol round, and it looks like Sentinels are going for a bit of a mid-push here. The recon dart seems like it makes Tens a little less likely to go for that. And Shaz goes for the orb pickup. Gets caught completely out in the open. That feels to me like a little bit of an anti-strat, perhaps. Shaz loves going for that orb. Will prioritize it as much as possible if he doesn't see anything in A lobby. And it feels like NRG had the read.
Yeah, maybe baited a little bit by EU. Ended up using that arrow to clear through mid, but still went for it. Now you're going to see the fast approach. Drone to just try and lead the team in for NRG here, but Sentinels want to try and stop this before the spike even gets down. Dapper looking out of the cage, not going to be rewarded with much. Little flash there off to the side, but it will mean that NRG are able to get this plant down, the spike. Now they can start playing these post plants all deep up onto the side.
Their post plant positions are pretty great here. I mean, you've got Tens with the Sheriff, but
Smoke's
he's so far
fade
away. And he had to break the trademark just now.
Zom's just backing off around. Yeah, and now you can see this flank attempt. Tens kill on the board. They know he's flanking up here now. Wasn't obvious in the slightest, but the quick response by NRG, pushing all the way into the backside. They punish Som, who was waiting on his lonesome. With 6 remaining. Cleans up. Som with 3 picks over the course of his pistol round, man. But the way it all capitalized, the way it all happened, off the back of that pick on the Shaz.
Yeah, it's a fantastic opener, but also just so well done by Som to be able to clean things up. Playing on top of that default box looks fantastic. And the desk were having some conversations about the K over the Sky. I'm personally inclined to lean towards the Sky when it comes to Haven. The information that you're able to grab is just so consistent over the course of the round. The dog is super valuable. I'm not mad about Sentinel's comp at all. I think Sky is going to suit Sick much more than the Astra pick there. As this flash comes down to allow Tens maybe to get on a deeper line with his Sheriff. But he's not going to peek initially. There he goes.
Yeah.
And it's another great shot
They just
from
took out
Tens.
Soms.
You've got to be kidding me.
That's the streamer battle I want to see for this map.
Absolutely. You see the Trailblazer gets a nice bit of information for them. A couple of these players, Tech's just spamming through the wall, making sure that they can't push off the back of it. Great opening pick, though.
Yeah, it's a good start, but the problem is that NRG have cut noise, and Sentinels love to play a rotate defense. They like to have their anchor there, and then Flood rotates in to try and help them hold back site control on Haven.
Oh, they've been bamboozled by this.
From the beginning.
Yep. Smokes off to the B connector. Drone straight through B as well. Sentinels are anticipating.
Dapper's cam is here, but he hasn't activated it. There it is. Sees everything.
Okay, now they know, and look at that. The minimap swarming like ants straight onto it. Oh, gee. It's quite slow, but eventually swinging into it. That 10 is going to be dealt with. It's a 4v4. Quick little shock dart off to the back there. Hazed. Oh my word. The repositioning. He caught that one head on. Caught him very low. See that KO nade just utilized to try and push them away in case they have to stop that plant once more. Now NRG. A lot of health towards them. The swings come through. Flash on top of it, but the swing was also there. Straight through double doors. CE supporting them.
Nice.
Vector in hand. Shaz does catch the 1, but in a 1v3, looks unlikely that he can do too much. Still, stranger things have happened.
Certainly would be a tough one with only the classic, and they know exactly where he is as well.
Can't roll
bang. Yeah, and that's just him going down. NRG clean it up quite nicely.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
I'm a little bit bothered by the flash that Sick sent out. Did you see the swing that came in Garage, and then Sick flashes after the swing, after his player's already died, and team flashes himself and somebody else in back Garage. Sick looking a little antsy here, perhaps? I'm not sure. The desk were talking about Sick quite a lot in terms of the pre-match narratives around his performance at Champions, etc. I thought his Champs performance looked pretty good. For a flex player, he gets a lot of First Bloods. And on Astra, on the first map, he was -2 in First Bloods and went 12 and 21. He can't really have that level of impact on Astra. He needs to be having a big performance here on the Sky. This is where you see that classic take of Short from Som. The suck, the recon dart helps him take all of that map control early on. And threatens the Sentinels that Short could have been completely overrun at this point.
Yeah, you can see them actually, I believe us using a drone just to clear through Short, but NRG not wasting any time. Scanning right up C here. Dapper forced to pop over the cages. The utility used there, as you can see, the nade and the shock dart just in case he's playing inside of it. Ooh, okay. These trips are worrying. The flash over the top there from Sick, and now Short being used just to clear through into Garage. So all this is happening. Tens is just peeking out ever so slightly, these pixel angles, and he does find the pick onto Tex. This starts to get dangerous for them. Still Som holds it down, but a good swing from Sick. What is that? EU with the spray down. 2 players lined up for them. Still 8 health. Not enough to survive as Tens is able to capitalize and get that one straight away. In fact,
there you go.
Still able to find it.
Monstrous round from Tens, really, isn't it? That was a serious lineup, though. Bit of a mistake from Sentinels as they're coming through from Garage. But other than that, fairly clean. I mean, Tens was all over that one. He manages to find the first pick onto Tex, swings his way back in, catches a couple of them by updrafting onto the C box itself. Take a look at this replay, too.
Yeah,
the coordination is pretty good. They're trying to combo a flash and a recon dart for the retake. And then it's this sightline that allows Tens to be able to pick up EU. And then as the smoke dissipates, Hazed, instead of just playing the long angle, goes for a peek. Having said that, the macro pathing was really good there from NRG. You know, they take short control, make Sentinel scared, immediately pivot over to C. Because when you take A short, Dapper has to pull himself off the C site. Feels like Hayes has got a good understanding of how Sentinels plays, which he should do. He's IGL'd against them before. Looks like Sentinels want to take an early fight here towards Garage. Stuck in the corner a little bit. Tens wastes a few knives.
Yeah, committing the bodies to just try and hold down Garage. You saw the early shock dart just getting rid of the trap wire. Dapper had laid down at a drone. I don't know if that caught a glimpse of Som. He has to be concerned of this. Comes around the corner, Sick does get the 1, but luckily Som was pushed up and they were caught unaware.
That's crazy.
Forward positioning. We see just under a minute now in this round, and you can. Oh, I mean, okay, Som just holding, anticipating the jiggle peek over the boxes. What a disgusting shot.
And Zoms is watching this. As Tex lurks in, Zoms has got it. He might have been playing an RTS for the rest of the round, but there we go. FPS gameplay online. Hold him from the back there of the B site. And Hayes ferries the spike in. It is a 3v3.
30 seconds left.
They're going to have control of Cubby. They know that there's a trip there, too. And here it goes. A bit of a scramble from Sentinels as they realize that they've been done once more. The spike is down and post-plant positions being gained here for NRG.
Yep. I think Tex dying in mid honestly sold them on that being a bit of an A hit. Now they've gained C, the plant's down.
Pull on
Cam here. Yeah.
There you go.
And we can see Ten starting to once again take the lead for his team playing inside the smoke. You have to be cautious of this. It's going to be the 1-for-1. The trade eventually there. Still, it's a 2v2 in this scenario. Good stun off into the corner. Som just about dodges in and he taps the spike. Have the information though. Now they're knowledgeable about it. Som's what a pick for him. Som's being taken out is great and they're just sticking the defuse. Not enough for them. It's going to be a win for Sentinels despite Hayes eventually picking up the kills.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a bold play, but lovely smokes and utility in general from Zoms. He comes into that retake with 2 stars, chooses one of them to smoke the spike, which is incredibly important because otherwise Hayes would have got that kill way earlier on Dapper. And the second one stuns Som, or at least makes an attempt to do so, and sets Zoms up on that line so that he has priority and can kill Som when he goes for the swing. Really smart understanding there from Zoms on how to use his Astro utility to set himself up for
that was close as fuck, right?
And NRG have to take an eco. Looks a little quick here. The pop of the jet knives is going to make them think that this is a fast short take.
Popped up Soms?
Som has sprinted towards Garage.
Soms did.
Pressure's on right now. That dog, I believe, is going to catch the information, at least, that Android is in mid.
Soms crazy, bro. Soms doing pretty good this VCT, bro.
Be 1 or 2 players playing around that area. The ping from NRG, they want to try and make some sort of play happen. A lot of pressure on Dapper here. If he's able to shut this down, what it looks like is maybe a bit of a burst play into Garage.
Pop flash, perhaps, from Dex.
Throwing and following it in. Okay. Dapper needs to get something. The right click does not work out for them. Still,
here goes Zoms.
Be the kill for them. Luckily, Zoms is there back in the window, but has to get away from them. Does not want to be giving away
it's a fucking
more guns. And Seeker's using a response. Another's going to try and push off the back of these. You can see the shock dart on top of it, just trying to drop this plant. Flash through, sick. And it looked a bit discombobulated, and now we see the Hunter's Fury on top of it. Cosmic Divide from Sentinels. They want to try and retake this one. Let's go, look at that. Chance is going to be falling, pushing through the wall just to try and offset this one. Sick with 2 EU, finding it still. Another shock dart. He doesn't know. They tapped this one, and I think he's unaware.
There you go,
Indeed, Som's already pushed forwards. He didn't know if he was on the spike and tapped or not. Intelligent positioning, but a bit too close, I think, for them.
It's Zoms again, though, with incredibly smart post-plant play. Tapping it, realizing that that information is going to be denied from NRG, and then swinging through the Astro Wall. I'm loving the way that Zoms is closing out these rounds, but they're all getting scary. That was an eco round from NRG, and they were almost able to take it away.
There was just so many utilities on site.
Something that strikes me, too, about the defensive setup from Sentinels is how they're playing double initiator on A lot of the time in these early rounds. Sick is floating in this BA connector most of the time. Sick used to play pretty solidly towards Garage. He is going to play there this round. But a lot of the time so far in this half, in the first 6 rounds, he's been playing over on the A side.
Oh, now this is fast. You have the information, drone straight up C, NRG not wasting any time. That's gonna mean with the KO ult popped, don't have to worry about any of this Cypher utility. Take immediate side control. Android has got to be careful with this one. They hear that, yeah, you can see them aware of this. Flash comes through, TP'do, the swing from Som. Gets the one, and luckily Tech's holding it down. Nobody else gonna be pushing through that one. Cosmic Divide now. A little bit harder for Sentinels to try and push this one, especially with Sick down. They don't have the flashes to try and work their way through this wall. No bullets going to be making their way through, but luckily they've got the smokes, and now Tens walking out into the back of the side, trying to play the moves being made here. Swing timing. Not enough. NRG locking that one down.
Bro.
And every round, a back and forth being fought for. The KO ult, obviously the massive component there. Sentinels came into that round with 2 Spectres and were forced to play a full 5v5 retake with no ultimates available to them other than a Cypher ult, which, how is that going to help in a 5v5 retake?
Yeah.
Round 7 and it's neck and neck, but NRG are poised to take the lead as Sentinels are forced to take another eco round. Their plan on these ecos seems to have been, generally speaking, for Tens to try and play either peeking with the Sheriff in mid or walking down mid. Looks like they're going to go for that again. Normally, EU's been pretty on top of it, though. Using a recon dart or a drone, something like that, to clear mid.
All right, Ray.
And again, Tens doesn't really get too much. Just a bit of a peek. He's trying to play off Sick.
Yeah, you really cannot allow Tens to have too much space to work with. NRG, I mean, they're conscious right now of the fact that they are going to be pushed towards mid. Okay. The slow.
Sick is baiting. The sound bait. He's trying to get EU to swing. He's just making little jumping noises. But the drone comes out. Now Sick is in a very bad position.
Oh, he tries to catch the timing to wallbang. Has to hide just behind the steps. He's taking so much damage, but looks like he will be able to survive another day. At least for now. The back of this, though, it's a quick pivot. NRG immediately going to be taking A. Plan comes through in a very unconventional location there, just into the back corner. Disruption in play here, and it's going to be the 5v5. What? A shot from Tens. Swinging off the top, and the smoke was just a little bit too late. He's able to find that angle.
Recon that position is going to be crushing everybody playing off-site here. Smoked off. Could get some easy kills. Smoke dissipates, though, for the moment.
One's taking it out.
Sentinels taking space.
They know two of the players that are at least back on the side, and they're pushing forward. The swing timing! It's good for Sentinels. They at least trade that one out, but how are they going to take care of all of these players? The time is running low. With Haze still alive, they've got the pull to disrupt the defuse. Now it's just the time to play for exits. Maybe try and walk away with these rifles that they've acquired over the course of the round. Not even going to be able to do that one. A round win here for NRG, keeping hold of 3 of their weapons. Yeah, I mean, this is where the momentum again starts to swing still. Sentinels, if you look at the money, opportunity for them to try and answer back, and even close to a couple of those ultimates as well, Josh.
Yeah, Shaz's ult could be a big game changer, but he's also 1-7. He just hasn't been having a good time so far. NRG, especially Hazed's IGLing, has been so good at moving them around the map and using the way that Sentinels likes to play defense. This, to me, looks like a really aggressive round. Look how the Sentinels are set up here. 2 ready to push B, 2 ready to push on A. Actually, the push on A was not accurate. They just went for a deep trip and a deep cam that's going to give them mid-round information. But Tens and Sick are both posted up in mid.
And it seems like they might be slightly aware of this. I mean, NRG are just showing them complete respect. I think when you hear the flash into mid, you have to suspect that they might be playing forwards, but Som is just crouched, holding that angle in case somebody peeks out of garage. Sick could get a monstrous timing, and there it is. Scoped up, was not suspecting it. Nice. Bit of individualism coming out instantly. The Seekers are popped off as well.
And the Seekers give him all the space he needs, the information to know that his exit path is clear. A little flash into window as well, dissuades EU, who drones to try and clear mid, but nobody going to be able to push past the drone.
Good ass play right there.
Android in the meantime, taking some space towards A-Long, is going to meet this tripwire that Dapper set up, and we called out early on. Can he crouch underneath it? What a mistake from Dapper. That one was hastily put up at the beginning of the round, but it could bite Dapper here.
He's caught in the corner.
I mean, there is no chance he's going to look towards sight.
It's for short. It's for them just pushing through. Yeah, he's unaware.
Major mistake from the Sentinel. And in fact, that does give Android his tour de force a free sight.
Not over just yet, though.
They don't even get the plant in the right position. 15 seconds left. Does Sick go for a fast retake?
12 seconds remaining. Plan has to go down here. They will find it, but Sick ends up going down. A tour de force Haze. He's worked his way in. He's found the headshot. A lot of now. Gonna see if Tens can try and make some magic happen. He dashes quickly onto the site. Is there going to be anyone to help him? Right now, Shaz is caught up. Has to try and deal with Haze and does so quickly. Now Tens can get the support of his teammate. The IGL just trying to help him out, but EU holds it. He knows where to pre-fire. Quick little jiggle, he knows. Now it's not even on the spike. Shaz, how is he going to win this? Sticks it down to the halfway mark. What a play. What a performance. So down to the wire, bro. 30 health.
Perfect, bro.
So many of these rounds, Josh.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Coming down to the 1v1s.
They could be going either way, honestly. It is ridiculous when you're watching the final moments of these rounds. Hazed, it does a great play to be able to cut off those retakers that are coming in. And Android as well, spectacular stuff. But Shazam is able to take down Hazed, to get into the site in the first place, and then just plays the information game perfectly to bait out EU. He's still 3-7 compared to EU's 8-7, but that's an important round to be able to put on the board. Once more here, Dapper is going to start towards A. Probably another deep trip or cam. He's got a cam towards short. The flash out C. Don't see anything towards that C-long area. But Sentinel's money is so bad.
The knife catches him. You know he's off in the side. What a play from NRG. Text is going to go down shortly afterwards, but that trip. Oh, my goodness. That is getting a bit precarious. Shaz has to offload off those shock darts, but I know exactly where he's playing in EU, the Hunter's Fury. Oh, that's magic right there. 2 players, they know that they're low enough. Still, Dom just swings out. Someone needs to deal with them. Eventually they do, but
Android's clean.
Injected into that round.
Android
NRG, that is where they're comfortable.
EU may have just lost that 1v1 clutch to Shazam, but he showed him how to use a Silver ult there. That was mega value. Takes down 2 of them, opens up the A site, and like you said, Brent, just injects a huge amount of pace into that round.
Oh my God.
By the way, EU was tweeting on Tuesday, I think it was, that he came down with COVID. So this guy can't be playing at his peak performance, and he's still running this game.
He's 10-7.
Yeah, and the sheriff shots he was hitting on map 1 as well. I mean, he's putting up a spectacular performance against some of the best in North America.
Yeah. performance. And look at that, little set play there. Throw the KO, flash right over. You see Som just tries to take a quick peek.
Covering it.
No casualties for either side. A slow little wraparound now for NRG. Working away. It looks like possibly 5 of them trying to work their way up. Dapper, well, to try and swing there. You can see Nick tried to support him, maybe destroying the drone because Dapper was in such a troubling scenario, but made those picks for them. Sentinels now probably just going to be crumbling now beneath the weaponry that NRG have.
Yeah, this one is not a round that Sentinels have any right to win. It looks like we're going to be set up here. Oh, not quite a flawless. Shaz takes one with him, but this is not looking amazing. Sentinels, when they were at their best, when they were the best team, I would argue, in the world at Haven, it was because their defensive side was immaculate. You know, there aren't that many teams in the game that can play defense side Haven to the same level as Sentinels when they were at their peak. But that hasn't been the case for a while. People remember the glory days of Sentinels, but their recent tournament performances have not been amazing. They haven't had the right to call themselves the best team in the world on Haven for quite some time. And NRG are going to take a timeout here that just twists the knife. They have a 6-4 lead. They're already in a good position in this first half. And Sentinels are on the ropes after that map 1 loss.
Yeah. Interesting timeout off the back of them winning that round. But I think starting to suspect that there might be a play in hand. Gives them time to think as well. If they're looking at the money situation, they're going to be suspecting that TenZ has bought this operator. That's enough for it.
Dapper's 2-9.
Yeah, they will be aware of that for sure. I mean, the play...
Dude, Som is so
the play
consistent.
looks like he's going to opt towards a
Som
lobby.
has some
Probably with a recon
consistency,
dart,
man.
something like
It's
that.
crazy.
Maybe even a suck from Zoms. But
I tell you,
that's
man,
one of the most common areas you'd expect TenZ to be playing.
Yeah, Sentinels as well. A lot of teams when they play Haven, they play heavy for that A lobby control. I haven't seen too much of it so far in this map.
You're gonna play it right
Well,
now.
they've played, yeah. Sentinels
There's
haven't
been
really been
glimmers of
fighting
it.
for it. NRG have taken A short whenever they've wanted it. It reminds me a little bit of Halls on Fracture, you know? They're just being able to take this early map control at a whim. I mean, there's the suck again, but they just don't believe that there's anything behind it.
Oh, wow.
That
Okay, well,
warbang
TenZ. Yeah, I've been
barely does
suppressed.
anything to Hazed.
The KO was so fast, and he's already deep onto the side. TenZ, he's got to try and lock this down. Just a quick little tag off to the side. He gets the damage in, and he collects the kill onto Som. Just about escaping with his life. The movement is clean from him still. 4v4 now. Sentinels now in a position to try and retake this one. You can see the drone being utilized and the Cosmic Divide to split them up. Pull and the shock dart. Shaz knows that they're vulnerable.
Oh, the vulnerable.
The site, that damage is nasty. Android so low, but still somehow collects the kill. He knew that he was going to be holding that one down, and TenZ just has to hold it down at the angle. Full confidence and be able to hold this one for them. And Sentinels so quick to capitalize off all those picks that they're finding.
Awesome retake, and Zoms again
Yo,
finding
Tyson's
that
nasty,
crazy
bro.
value. The suck vulnerable
Tyson's
in
fucking
2.
crazy.
He Astral Walls off, so
Amazing
they're forced
wall.
to play on the site. They can't play those post plants from long or from short, and that pushes them into that suck, which gets a vulnerable. And this shock dart did so much damage. If Tex had not died there to TenZ, he probably would have died to the shock that was coming through afterwards. And TenZ just holds angles for the rest of his team to come through. That is another lifeline for Sentinels. And we've just come from an NRG timeout. We're going again here into a Sentinels timeout.
This is the final round of the half. I mean, this strikes me. Well, I mean, we interviewed Raucus, Josh, and it has been confirmed. You know, Raucus is still, you know, the coach of his team is going to be calling the timeouts for them. He said that he wants to mess with teams' heads when he's in this coaching seat when it comes to the timeouts.
Yeah, but that's something you do when you're massively ahead.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, you put him in the freezer, but this is not the same case. Sentinels, I think, are genuinely looking for the strategic adjustment that they can make here. And I think one thing they could do is try and swing TenZ out in short, because NRG have been playing for that area of the map a ton. Setting up their op down C long would be good if they have somebody to be able to break the drone. You know, Dapper breaks drone and TenZ stays on the angle. That seems like it would be a great idea for them. I think the value here is going to come from setting TenZ up in a position where NRG's early round utility doesn't force him off the line.
It's been, I mean, really tough for him, I think, playing on that A long angle. Just the amount of utility that NRG are happy to shove into it. You see the knives, the recon darts, the pulls sometimes in short.
Yeah, but
conditioning.
But Bren, at least Tens has a dash to be able to escape. Dapper on the C side is getting overrun. He has not been able to anchor that position at all. And
Dapper
now they've got
hasn't.
into a setup here. It's kind of like a long, short setup where Sick plays Cubby. Dapper's cam is going to bait a little bit or give him some information, and then Dapper can jump peek and make them unlikely to check it. Does this molly clear Sick's position?
I think it might be towards the back of the box, back of the default box.
Yeah, it must be for sight.
You have to clear that. Okay. Sick does get tagged up. How does he get one? Got dart straight in there. Hopefully the trade is there. Okay, it does clear that close corner just outside garage with the Cosmic Divide. And this is the bait and switch. Look at the minimap, everybody. The spike all the way on the other side. And Sentinels, oh, they've taken the bait.
They really have. That Astral Wall is just gorgeous from Hazed. And again, the IGLing from Hazed is so good. Everyone is playing to the tune of Hazed here. Sentinels once more forced off and forced to use their drones so early just to clear the AB connector. They realize that there's nobody pushed up here for NRG. They're just going to be playing standard post-plant scenarios, and we get down into a 4v4. Zombs does not have any stars to be able to work with, and that's been a key for them on these retakes in the past.
Is kind of isolated in hell, I suppose. Android, okay, spotted out. He is close there. TP in place so he can try and get to safety. This is the Hunter's Fury, though. Straight into the back. I'm suppressing them, taking away a lot of the abilities they were hoping to try and take them into this round. Still, can't quite take away the weaponry. Zoms, he answers with 2, but now the time is running so low. Android straight from the long angle. Not enough time to work with, and I mean, despite coming up with the kills, not enough. But
my point is, there is a time when all great rosters do get overtaken, and the sentiment's been building for a while now.
3:45
that time
for
is
him.
now for Sentinels.
3:45.
They are staring down the barrel of a 0-2 loss to NRG as we head into this pistol. They're down 5-7 on Haven, one of their historically great maps. They're going to require something masterful to get them out of this.
Drama in that line, Josh. Your playwright? Part-time, maybe?
Push that shit, dude.
I just enjoy trolling you.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, the round has begun. The pistol round is going fast. Sentinels immediately straight into B. They're going to be trying to get this plant off with Tens. He can try and dash to safety. He is going to get it down, but look at the damage. The crossfire is already being set up. NRG, quick to swarm. They're fully aware of this strategy. Employed it once or twice themselves. The pull off to the side, but seems to be Sentinels the ones who are being picked apart, pulled apart at the seams. The
Fucking
shots
Android.
rattled off. Android swinging out from it, not able to find his mark with the headhunter. And it is the Sentinels players holding it down still. 2v1. Shaz has got to do unbelievable work. He's narrowed it down. It's a 1v1. The shock dart. Right over the top. What is that?
Oh,
the
shit.
Red Bull clutch from Shaz.
I see you, boy.
So low.
I see you, boy.
What a play! That's incredible. What a way to start the second half and
my
get Sentinels back into things. There's your Red Bull clutch.
Oh,
I mean, Shaz was in a situation again after he picked off Som right here. He's in a 1v1 against EU, similarly to one of the rounds from the prior half. Sends that shock dart. Brent, I thought that was going to miss. I thought that was going straight into backside.
He's an hour
Didn't
ahead
trust
of me.
the parabola
He's
at
in
all.
Guam.
Yeah.
But Shaz knows what he's doing. Sets them off on the right foot here, and NRG are not going to force into it. They're dangerous enough with Android's Headhunter and Som with the Sheriff.
Oh, well, peeking right through. Read like a book. Tens holds down the angle.
Like a fucking
Bulldog
Bible,
ADS, of
bro.
course.
Just read that shit like a Christian, homie. Look at this fool.
Play.
It's getting crazy now.
Yeah, for them.
Everybody's
And
getting
yeah, you're right,
warm.
Josh. You know, it has typically been Android who's a dangerous one on these eco rounds. It's the Headhunter in terms of the round. Of course, we've still got Som just holding on to the Sheriff.
Oh
That is
my
some
god.
damage applied to Tex. Is getting chased down by the dog in the process, but
Look at the way they swing,
Barely
though.
scrapes out of
Oh,
there.
you can't see the map, but if you see the way they
Angle,
rotate, it's
headshot,
crazy.
body shot, takes down Tens, his counterpart on the other team.
Let's go.
There's the swing from Sick. Can they trade? Not quite. EU not in a position now, stuck in a 1v4, and Sentinels, they mop up that level of aggression. He does hear everybody passing through.
Like the way they rotate for... Oh, he's getting the gun.
This looks incredibly difficult for him to even make damage.
the Bulldog ADS.
Bulldog
not
is
finding
fucking
it, yeah.
crazy.
Can't even walk away with a gun there. So Sentinels evening it up 7-7. The plant money online as
But now
well.
they got
This bonus
Vandals
can be carried
and
forward quite
Phantoms.
nicely.
God.
Yeah, they saved a huge amount of guns here. 2 Spectres, 2 Bulldogs. Not too much damage in the slightest. Decent economy. Does Sentinels have some kind of set play was one of the
Shaz, though.
criticisms
Shaz is the
of
only
a
one
lot
with
of
the
North
good
American
gun, but the
teams,
Bulldog is
but they
still
didn't
low key.
have those kind of
Bulldog might be
explosive bonus
meta,
rounds
dude.
that we saw
Not a lot of
help
people
prove
use it.
the
I need to
comeback
start
of
using it
champions, and
because
X10
it's
beat
literally
Envy at the time. Looks like
M16.
Sentinels are
If you have
poised
good
for some
aim,
sort of
Bulldog
C
be
hits. It's
crazy.
just Tens pushing behind the drone, perhaps.
Definitely seems like it. Oh, bit of timing could be caught here by Android, but tagged up has to teleport away to safety. Then dash into the smoke just to try and break any potential crossfire placement
Oh my
being
God.
going their way.
No one pushing with
That
tens.
is the power of the KO flashes, ladies and gentlemen. A quick little peek.
There it
He's
is.
able to collect that one, and still the spam comes through, and they've already worked their way into the back of the site.
No one
It's
pushing with
over
tens.
before you know it. Not even able to get that plant down. What
Tyson was by himself.
rapid
man.
response from NRG.
Yeah, they don't even let the spike go down. I mean, that pop flash is everything from Tex, but also where was the swing coming through from those C-long players? They absolutely abandoned Tens on the site.
Yeah.
Look at Tens here. The dog comes through.
Oh, the molly.
And then,
There's the,
Yeah,
the KO
there's-
nade.
yeah, there's a KO nade that blocks them, actually. Gorgeous play by Tex. Didn't catch that when it was happening live. I thought that was a mistake by Zoms, but he has been fairly rock solid. I'm sure he would have helped if he had the opportunity to. Tens has those...
Get out of my way.
That Blade Storm online here as they go for another fast, a short push, this time for Sentinels. Same kind of play. Recon Dart allows them to take that. And here's the drone actually committed really early to flush out any players holding short.
No one's actually pushing up behind this. They
Saw
do
him,
just
dude.
about now, though, working their way through.
That seems like a very useful piece of utility to expend so early on for such little map control.
It truly does. It's an interesting cage there. You can see that was offloaded. I think that ends up making a noise if any player's holding close in those corners. And they're just cutting
Android.
noise now.
Android, in the meantime, has pushed all the way down C long. I think he's considering breaking this tripwire that he can see.
Utility
the A
dump
hit.
now. Yep, here's the A hit. The pull is fantastic. Tex actually, I think, just lays down that nade just so that they can't push deep onto the site. A lot of utility drained out of Sentinels. They weren't able to exec off the back of that. They're just cutting noise again, but we're down to the final 35 seconds, Josh.
Zoms is going to have his pull online in 8 seconds. If they combat that with the dog, they have another
30
opportunity
seconds
to
left.
engage. But it's going to be low. And there's
Oh,
3
no.
players here. Time is their biggest enemy.
Good coverage. Sick eventually
is.
holds that one down, and
They
a
got
quick
the
dash over the
Holy
side. That's
shit,
Tens.
That was beautiful.
Able to scale.
That was fucking
Deep,
crazy.
playing
They
in
just
hell
took
now.
side
Has
like
got a
crazy.
gun.
That trade
Top
from
of that.
Cypher was good.
Looking very dangerous for Sentinels for about a moment.
Oh my god, Android is so disgusting,
Just tries to
bro.
hold that one down. Him falling, his speakers end up getting popped off, and they want to try and push through and take care of
they know
Hayes.
it.
That is a heads-up play. If I've ever seen one, very aware. They don't want to try and allow them to try and
The way they
regroup
just
and
picked
take
them
that
off,
one, even with the two
like
players
fucking,
remaining.
it was like a domino effect.
Really good
Everybody
initiative,
just started
very
dropping. It
proactive.
was
The
crazy.
Seekers there giving them full information on where everybody was. Obviously, Android still had that.
Look at this shit.
Trip that he had to break in order to get
That
up
one,
on that
boom,
flank
boom,
in the first
pop. Look at
position.
that.
But after
That is-
Dapper died, they had no idea that
Tex
Android was
fucking
doing
threw
this.
that.
So the Seekers there just essentially winning the round out for Sick. Android's so scary in that position. You can see from
Yeah.
Shazam's point of view how hard it is to hold a swing from this guy when he just wide peeks you and rips your head off with the Vandal.
Yeah. RG's scary for multiple reasons. Really just don't know when one of their players is going to explode out. That is a drone. It does get the tag on for Storm. He tries to go for the right click from that range. Absurd. He's going to be finished, surely. Shock Dart doesn't collide. Somehow he's going to be trying to get out of this one. The damage, though,
Wait,
Tens
where was...
instantly pushing through Garage, and he's able to shut that one down before it gets messy for them.
Holy shit.
Surprised he didn't get that kill, but good
Dude,
movement in
Tens
the
is
end.
fucking
Saves
crazy.
it.
That dude literally just...
Texas creeped his way into backside.
fuck
Could
it,
be a
bro.
difference
Where?
maker.
I know
No, I don't think so. Shaz thought he got onto the line in time.
Okay, eventually shut down, but look at this NRG not wasting time.
Going for the drone?
Gets the tag. I can't believe he uses the drone when he knows that there's a player deep on site, but somehow it works out. He cancels it in time. Plant is down. Tens with 20 health in a 1v2, and now committing towards it. We don't know where he was. What a swing. Android knew he was low, and he could just
Dude, Android,
take advantage of
dude.
the fact that he could just
Android
jiggle peek
kills
that with a
when
classic.
it's
A quick
needed,
little
bro.
right click was all it took, and then
The way
actually win
Android
it out on
plays,
the
the way
thrifty round.
He kills when
That's
it's
so
important.
dangerous on these
That is
thrifty
fucking
rounds, Brent.
crazy.
And it's not just the fact that they have, you know, knives, headhunter, these kind of things, and excellently skilled players. It's the decisions that each of the individuals makes. Tex pushes his way into backside. That would be a bit of a throw on a rifle round because you're just setting yourself up for an unfavorable position when you could wait for a full team retake. But when you're on an eco, that's the best way of being able to create an advantage, or at least make it even. And he sneaks past Shazam, the smoke not really great from Zoms, and is able to find that first pick. Now things are evened up. 2 Spectres on the board for Sentinels, as Som looks for this early line, the cage to cross, and they could have lost a short control here. But in fact, Sentinels are just so static in their spawn, baiting out all of this utility, including the knife from Tex, to check and make sure that A short is clear.
A lot of discipline being showcased here by Sentinels. See, Shaz is getting ready to use the drone as well. Okay. The time burned down in the round. We're trying to clear through Garage now just to make sure nobody's holding these corners. Still, it's going to be the drone destroyed. The pull and straight into the Hunter's Fury. Still tens. Oh, we will not be denied. The counter Hunter's Fury now. It's going to be EU seeing if he can try and make something happen off the back of it, but I don't know if he caught Hunter any targets at all.
Fabulous entering though by Tens, isn't it? I mean, they managed to get the tag with the drone, and he's just in instantly, looking for those targets, hunting them down, and Android's under so much pressure from this overall.
That was like 8 seconds on the board.
And it's all looking good from here.
Should have never fucking.
This might be them able to tie up the map.
But when I wanted the Spectres for it as well, Som retaking with the op is going to require something special.
Som's got this.
He's going to need somebody, I think, to try and play into them here. I mean, Som can be an aggressive player, but no, the call is made here. They want to try and save their weaponry moving into the next round. I don't blame them.
Especially that operator. I doubt they wanted to get into the hands of Tens. Although I must say, the faster rounds have been favoring Sentinels, I think. Just generally, even thinking back to Fracture, the slower paced, ponderous defaulting didn't really work for them on their attack side. And here, even though they start the round slowly, they don't immediately take any map control. The pace once they actually commit to the C push through Garage was explosive. As soon as Android got tagged, take a look at this replay.
This was insane.
I mean, he just immediately duels hazed, and then realizes that Android's under pressure from this overall. Knows where he is, swings, another kill. Tens is really far away from the rest of his team there, but still fairly well supported by the Soviet utility.
Yeah.
That's the level of explosiveness that I'm looking for from Sentinels to get them back into this game.
And I guess it leans more into the thing that made Sentinels, you know, really feared, I think, last year. That chemistry, playing off of each other, the fundamentals, the swing timings.
Yeah.
Being able to adapt on the fly and just take a situation and combine their utility in really creative ways. The pace favors them there a little bit, but NRG are quite similar in that regard. They don't mind to go fast when it comes to these rounds.
Exactly the same utility used here from Sentinels, but this time Dapper does go into A short. So you can see how the same utility usage from the attacking team can be used to disguise what the actual goals are. As that flash comes through though, Som's gonna know, could be somebody there. Goes for the dangerous re-peek, but nothing's really dangerous when you're a jet with a dash.
It's discipline. Draft from Tens. I think he did spot Som. I can't believe he's still holding down this angle, but he's got the dash available to him, and he's collected a pick. Poldo locks him into position, and he is vulnerable. What are you doing? Swinging that confidence.
Yeah, Som.
Ultimately, Sick is just going to be handed 2 of the picks.
You're not streaming right now, bro. Don't do that shit, dude. You're fucking. There's no point.
Hayes is on the flank. There's still a trip there that Dapper controls. This knife would be huge. It does catch Dapper, and it's going to allow Hayes to go for this flank if he is proactive about it. Yep, manages to sneak through, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Sick, you rarely see him with an operator, but he's already found that pick.
Yeah, I mean, he has to find a ridiculous timing here. Sick, okay.
Let's go, Sens.
Box it down.
Let's go.
Operator in hand, of course, just trying to make sure they can't punish that one. So back and forth between these two teams.
And that was the round of Som giveth and Som taketh away. Because you're right, the pushes over towards A long make a lot of sense. Because he's able to save his dash, and so he can take those risks. But he didn't have the dash when he peeks through his own smoke into A short. And so best case scenario, he finds one and is able to jump away.
Just assumes that Sick wasn't pushed.
Exactly. Yeah. It's too dangerous to go for that and give up that first pick. In the meantime, by the way, Tens has slowly been putting up some ridiculous entrying. He's 21 and 15 at the moment, and has been the main punching force of Sentinels to get into these rounds.
That's the thing, though. A lot of people said Tens should be off Sentinels, but I don't even think that. It's not the problem, bro. I think their team is good. They just a little more chemistry, a lot more practice, bro. That's just what it is, bro. And then obviously dissecting other teams' gameplay. Holy shit, A is open. What the fuck?
Ten's ability to perform in elimination matches, in the final map of elimination matches. I mean, this isn't an elimination map. It's a group stage. Sentinels still have another 5 weeks, or I guess another 4 weeks of this afterwards.
Contacting.
Sick is pushing really deep there.
I think that flash was too deep.
Oh
Yep,
my
it was.
God.
Some didn't even get caught by it. In fact, Sick
What's the
holding
need?
on to his utility.
Come
There's
on,
simply
bro.
no need. You guys have already got the A site.
Yeah.
You're trying to overpush into an eco round.
That's
Not
true.
a fan of that play.
Yep. I always say, why you fucking push eco?
Being
That's so
used.
stupid.
Might across now. That's Sentinel trying to offset this now.
Dapper's stuck.
Already they dash through, and yet Dapper stuck in his
There
own
it is.
pull. The kills. It's going away of NRG. Som's already dashed straight up onto the side, and now he's got the knives. Know exactly where Soms might be playing here. To the side as the counter Cosmic Divide, and not enough for them. Quick defuse, a thrifty round for NRG. Gotta say, Josh, I think that Sky utility might have come in handy there.
bro.
Absolutely. Or just another body for the crossfire? Sick and Dapper do not play that situation particularly well. Sick
Come on,
here
bro.
especially. There is simply no need to be looking for
No
that. That's the
reason,
kind of play you
bro.
go for if you start at a disadvantage. And then Som barrels his way in. The utility usage is gorgeous. The KO ultimate as well. Stop Sentinels using any of their util to actually stop that retake.
Why are
And
you
Som
pushing
feasts.
that, bro? Come on, Sick.
They've dragged that back to 10-10, and that round came out of nowhere.
All they had was a thrifty,
When you least
bro.
expected, I think, with NRG.
Because these eco
Early
rounds, man, they're just so
draft.
dangerous.
Yeah, truly are. This is a very rapid approach there. You can see the drone was used by Sentinel straight up to C. And now we're seeing the Seekers. They want to try
There
and
you
barrel
go.
right through
That's
Garage.
what the fuck you need to do.
Gonna find 2 kills. Off the back of this one here, still Android takes an aggressive peek
Finally,
straight out of the
bro.
smoke, jumping
That's how you
through.
should
Still,
be fucking
Sentinels
playing,
largely in
bro.
control of this one now. It's all up to Som.
Fuck.
An operator in hand. He's not gonna be even.
God damn. It's upsetting because
That's
it's like,
more of
bro,
the
I
round that
like
you expect from
fucking
Sentinels.
Sick,
Playing
man.
together, pack mentality, trading for each other, pushing with a lot of confidence.
Just the fundamentals on show, you know?
It is.
Bit of
yeah,
pace
it is.
really just showcases it.
Yeah, and so far NRG are thriving in the situations where they can find individual picks against Sentinels.
Yeah.
And of course, also, you've got to give credit to Hayes IGLing for being able to manufacture those situations
saving,
on their
bro.
attack rounds. But now on defense, you control the tempo a little less. So you've got to be prepped for stuff like that.
I don't know if we have access to the round history as well, but I just want to see how back and forth this has been, because at the back of my mind, I'm just thinking both of these teams just taking chunks out of each other. It feels like always an even map so far, but Sentinel's just narrowly taking this lead now with the 11th round on their side of things.
You're creeping closer and closer to being able to tie the series up 1-1. And here's
there
that
you see
round
it.
history. As we
So
go into
back
another
and forth.
timeout from NRG. Yeah, really back and forth. I mean, no team able to set up a massive economy for themselves. And the scoreboard tells a bit of a story about Dapper just getting bullied when he was trying to defend the C site.
Yeah.
Tens and Sick have really come alive. I said at the beginning it had to be a big map for Sick. He's found those opportunities. Yeah, I think it was a bit of a throwaway on the eco round for sure, but he's also contributed to a lot of success for his team. And I think the Sky's been very valuable for them overall in terms of how they've set up some of these site hits, the flashes helping them to get onto angles, the dog putting pressure on the site defenders as well. So overall, it's been a decent showing for
There could have been a
Sentinels,
better
but
position for Sick, though.
it's
for
not
sure.
over yet, not by any
could have
stretch
played,
of
like,
the imagination. He could easily
post-plant.
see an OT with how back
You
and
could have
forth
played
this
the
has been.
post-plant flash or post-plant fucking...
With the timeout of NRG, I think going to be
You know
focusing
what I
on
mean? Or pre-plant.
where they can probably set up
like,
some
where
for success with this
boxes,
operator
mid,
that he's
or
still holding
the
on
A
to.
site.
Rifles in hand for the rest of NRG as well, so whatever strategy they've been cooking up in that timeout, here's where you're going to start to see it potentially. Just paying attention here to the positioning of these players. Some really does
dude.
feel quite isolated.
I don't know why he made that play. It's...
Couple of
Yeah, they've
seconds
been-
left.
They've been putting a lot of responsibility on
hey,
Som just
Sentinels
holding
still
down
have-
A in the early round with his operator.
still have it
Normally
in the bag
teams
if
will
they
try and
play
hold
right.
the Sober and the Jet towards A, so that you at least have a recon for information towards A lobby. But that knife gives them the info
I love
on
that.
who is playing towards A lobby there.
Yeah.
Tex throwing that one all the way from back
did
garage, so
Sick get
he's
that?
not exposed.
What
Som's good
a
for it.
shot. Yep, Som always good for it.
Some nasty
One of the more
dude.
confident Jet players to be coming out of the scene. I mean, this guy's just explosive. Anybody who's watched his stream will know. Hell of a personality.
Yeah,
Now the
Som's
drone
going
being
crazy.
used. Sentinel's just contacting into A long. seeing if they can find any players and clear them out. Smokes are now start to get popped. Run's going to get taken out. Was a tag there onto Som, and he's happy to just bunny hop all up and around the staircase. And Dapper's worked himself up into an advanced position. The spam.
It's kind of hard to play.
It. He seemed to be aware that he could be hiding in this smoke.
He's in heaven. I mean, he just went for the plant. EU goes for a single shock dart to deny the plant, but nothing too much else. I think Zom's just got tagged by a knife, so this might be NRG's opportunity to go for a fast retake.
Pull the dart, the nade. It's a bit disjointed, but look,
that's so good.
That's being done. Vulnerable up. Able to find so much damage off the back of it. Sentinels desperate to hold this one down with the rifles in hand, but the smokes are getting in their way desperately now. Shazam pushes forward. He knows he's being flanked, but it's too much to ask for, even for him. Try and take them out. The spacing was immaculate from NRG there as they swung into him holding that short angle. We did a fuse, and again, it's 11-11.
Neck and neck between these two teams. God. It's such a good match. I thought there was a chance that NRG made it close, but I really didn't expect that Sentinels would be in this kind of position. 2 rounds away from being
into it. Like,
I mean, 0-1 in the group stage. Look at that overhead view. It's so good. If Tens had not dashed away, he gets caught there by the pull into the KO nade. And the other part too is Tex threw that knife and turned off, suppressed Zoms in hell for the entirety of that too. So there's no opportunity for Zoms to be able to counter
such good lineups
as NRG go for that retake. A really crucial factor that they've been relying on to get those A retakes working. There's the knife again. Gonna let them know that Dapper is playing A lobby.
The fact that Som is holding A by himself is insane.
Because he has been taking that space pretty often. But NRG are going for the hard read that this is going to be a C hit. I don't know what the tell is here. Perhaps the fact that Shaz has his ult, and that's what they did last time, go for a C split.
Could be, yeah. Ultimate's online for them.
I think this is a good read, Bren. It looks like Sentinels are grouping up and going over towards C.
Most teams are going to be dissuaded about that stack over towards C that NRG are doing right now. As soon as they see, or at least hear that drone clearing through short, the early pressure being applied to it, but no, happy to hold it down. Android, by the way, in this one-and-done position, he could get some work done here. Now the dog's being played. Yeah, this is the combo of the util. Okay, that's going to be the Hunter's Fury to push them through. The dog doesn't quite stretch into the back of that site, but the Hunter's Fury finds its mark, and Zom's happy to scale off the back of this one. Knew that Android was playing into that deep corner. Actually going to be chucking some of their own out just to try and push them back. The drone being used, are they going to be able to get a tag maybe? Well, what a shot by Zom. Tags up, and the damage. Zom's brought down to just half HP and eventually removed. It'll be the 3v3. You see now Zom holding it down. A flash comes down, but Dapper unable to just find that angle off to the side. Still Shaz. Oh my word. Cleans it up in the end. Swings out, I believe, from the garage area there. That connector is able to just essentially put his foot down. And now we're seeing match point for Sentinels, Josh. 12-11. Wouldn't be surprised to see it go to an overtime, but the money situation is looking a little bit dire for NRG here.
Yeah.
It is. This is going to be another one of those weird NRG force buy eco kind of situations.
But still,
been so dangerous on them before.
NRG, yeah.
How does it get much better than round 23 for NRG? They had the stack. They knew it was coming. But Shaz able to find so much value out of his ultimate. And Zom's on the entry from C long.
Oh, they read that
this
shit.
time looks like heavy A short. The knife, finding information that Sick and Dapper are in there. And the recon dart as well, so this time they know that EU is playing towards A, which hasn't been the case every time.
Someone needs to break this drone right now. The timing, he swings right around the corner. Som is in danger. Hunter's Fury to support him, and that is great.
Oh,
the play is made, but an instant response again. It's Dapper and Sick. They work their way up short.
Oh,
they catch the play. That was EU just ulting away out in the open, not anticipating the pace that was being taken to them. Have to see something crazy come out. Oh, what is that? A flick of the wrist. Tens finds 2 with a Blade Storm, and now it's the 1v4. Hazed. He does catch the 1. Free fires as Sick tries to find him there with that flash, but can he even clutch this up to bring it to overtime? Almost an impossible ask.
Bro, you're a fucking monster, bro. You need to stop masturbating, dog. Your
so
wrist is too
he doesn't
clean,
even know whether
dog.
the AB connector is free. He does have 4 stars to be able to work with. Zom's playing with graffiti. The setup is so good here.
He's going to meticulously clear it. How does he take out these players? He has the stun. Tens just jump peeking with the knives. No, he can collect it. He knows it's a play graffiti, but a crossfire. That's immaculate. Sentinel take it. That's a schedule. They're playing against Sentinels today and this week. Playing against Optic. previously known as Envy, and then version 1. Version 1 looking like an absolute menace in this group. If NRG are able to take away the series here today, it's massive for them when it comes to leading deeper.
It definitely is. And look at this. The double duelist are going to be defending here in showers. And that's one of the things that you've got to be cautious of.
Oh,
without the Sky available, not only do you not have the flashes, but you don't have more of that extremity control. So you kind of need both of these duelists to be playing off each other perfectly. The flash, though, coming out with some value there from Texas. Tens has to drop into backside.
And it's in trouble a little bit here, Zoms. His task of trying to hold it down now until last, but Tens somehow. What is that? 3 kills for him. He knows there's a 4th and they can hear the footsteps. Maybe just looking for the ace here on the pistol. Sheriff in hand still. Hayes will shut it down.
Bruh.
He's just one man now against the world. 33 health to his name. He's going to grab the orb, and we're only a minute left into this round. He's just going to quickly rotate around. Not able to get that kill. Shaz hunts him down, fully aware of the position that he could be playing in. What a play.
Dude. Tens, bro.
Tens and Sick working off each other to try and just draw as much utility out of NRG as possible to take showers.
That is what's up.
You know,
Look
the
at
desk
this
has
shit.
set up some of the interplay between these two teams
Watch
quite
it.
nicely. And the flash is going to be really important. The fact that Sentinels don't have that on their attack side. But on defense, it does give them the opportunity for 6 Rays to be holding down showers or holding down hookah. Some really important places that NRG are going to try and take away from you. And you can combo them so nicely with all of Zom's utility as well. The suck into the nade is explosive. And yeah, conventional wisdom is you should be running 2 initiators on this map, the Sky and the Sova, but the best team in the world in Bind only runs 1 of them as well, so it's not like Sentinels are going too far away from the norm here. They have lost control.
Zoms, you're nasty.
And Zom's just rock solid in ramps for now.
Yeah, players being cleaned up here. They know where EU is. Full classic right-click play.
Nothing you can do, bro.
Not going to be coming up with the pick, but yes, easy round here for Sentinels. Quite comfortable.
That lets them get into a bonus with a couple of Spectres. 3 Spectres and a Guardian. And Brent the Desk were talking about the fact that they anticipate a close map here. I'm leaning the other way. I think
Sentinels will run away with it?
I think NRG should have closed this out in 2. And I think their inability to be able to grab Haven by the horns, direct a 2-0 advantage, and secure the W in the column for them, I think it's going to come back to bite them here. Tens and Sick have started to get activated. Tens played much better. Sick played much better in the second map.
Holy shit.
They've just been electric on Bind for a long time.
Yeah.
North America doesn't play it that much, but Sentinels have been great.
Yeah,
Texas,
Bind
the individual, he's been highlighted quite a bit by the desk as well over the course of this series, and he normally leans onto the KO. It's almost a bit more of a selfish initiator in terms of playing off your own utility, but now on the Sky, he's been good at comboing a lot of it up with his team. Slow round.
Yeah, Bind is a...
Quick push here from Tex. Using his dog just to clear through. A lot on long B, and it's the contact play working their way in. They know they've got it for free.
Tens is actually holding the angle with the Guardian there. I don't think Hayes realizes, but if Tex peeks... Okay, the Viper wall comes up.
Flash through, maybe?
Yeah, potentially, but Hookah is still going to be really difficult to clear. You have Raze, Viper playing in there, double Spectre at close range. Tens is just looking for a single shot and then dropping off here.
Yeah, you need some kind of approach.
No.
Maybe onto the ace.
They think this is an ace. And the fact they blast packed away has just given Hayes and Tex the timing to walk in.
Surely not for back. Just the Viper smokes coming up, I guess.
And the lack of any sound towards B long at all.
I mean, Dapper's just got to hold it down here in Hookah. He needs to find value. He's got his molly primed just in case they're contacting in, but they're on the site. They hear the molly popped off. They know he's playing inside of this now as well. Android.
10 seconds
Holding the cross. He's not going to anticipate that, though. Sick. Good positioning for them, and still, with the plant going down, it's not ideal for Sentinel. It's a quick swing from Som. He tries to create some magic out of nowhere. Maybe get a bit more of a player advantage for them. Sentinels now with 5 of them. That dart is fantastic. It lights up Tex. The Guardian, the higher pen, sends his work and his magic all over the back of that site.
Holy
straight
shit.
through the walls, chewing through them. They have to take them out, but the defuse, it's being stuck.
Yeah.
Tom's full confidence in his team now to know that they've cleared them out of all the different situations that they could be holding
God,
in
that was such a good retake.
around here for Sentinels, and it's just not
That was
quite
amazing
coming together
retake.
for NRG.
That shit was like water, bro. Holy
It's a lovely
fuck.
opportunity, but
That shit was.
proactive enough.
Look at this shit, bro. That shit was.
Can't really win post plant scenarios when.
Pick.
I mean, for starters, this opening tip
Takes
is
it,
not great.
goes
But
TP.
the actual post plant positions they have,
The
so
synergy of the
claustrophobic.
Sova. Oh my.
They control
fucking
elbow
goodness, bro.
and long.
And then what
but
Tens
they're
there,
getting
bro?
pinched
Holy
from
shit,
both
dude.
CT and
Tens
Hookah.
Shazam. I could see
really rough position
why
to play
Tens and
post plant.
Shazam been playing
You just
together
got
for
your
a while.
head
Like,
on a
those
pivot
guys
the
have
entire
such a
time.
good chemistry.
And so here you see a hero rifle for EU. Or not a hero. I mean, he saved it from the previous round, but that's the player that's going to be trying to make things happen. But NRG's thrifty rounds have just been devastatingly good this entire series so far. This crossfire between Tens and Zoms has got to be great.
That's got to be more than great, man. You got to find at least a couple of picks, but they are so ready to shut that down. Too many of these thrifty rounds have been going away with NRG over the course of this series, and
they're so
well
clean
aware
online,
of the
dude.
threat that they might provide. And Dapper, see how just discipline from him. Playing at the back of the site, doesn't want to give them a gun. Ob's going to be using his and drop down. Aware of Hayes' positioning, you heard the player drop.
Even as Dapper dies here, though, Six still controls Octagon, and it's safe. Only a single rifle gone, and NRG only now have an opportunity to buy rifles up.
Damn,
so I'm going to be
bro.
taking this operator.
Sentinel's looking
This
pretty
is
good for buying
the
right now.
general defensive setup that you're going to see from NRG has
Oh
some
my
playing
God.
aggressively with the AWP. But when he's using it on attack, there is so much more that has to be done in order to set him up onto good angles. It looks like he wants to take it towards Hookah here, anticipating maybe Dapper going for a peek, but Hookah's going to be flooded with Viper utility.
Yeah.
It feels
So this
so
looks
weird,
like
right?
a weird position to be playing it in. Maybe they've got a plan that
And
we're
he's
not aware
opping.
of.
Who's opping?
And the
Som?
wall is just completely locking up, including the AWP that's laid down. Tens up and long here.
It's not
Has
good.
to back away.
Need that back. Taking that back.
And Noise just being cut. You can see them just recalling there. A couple of stars. NRG want to try and keep them guessing, but okay. Smokes go up.
And Som's backing away. So they don't have Hookah control. They haven't used any major pieces of utility. Tex didn't even use the dog to try and get into Hookah. So very slow approach. They failed to take Showers control. Got pushed away by Six Boombot. So far with a minute on the clock, they neither have that nor Hookah. So
They're so scared.
yeah, NRG
I
just
would
looking
too,
for a
bro.
group up towards B by the look of it. But anything explosive doesn't really play to the fact you have your star player with an op in his hands.
Find it.
There it is.
All right, well, okay.
There's-
Cosmic
there's
Divide
push.
splits across. Added effect over the course of these two sites. You can see it leaves them guessing. Could still be the A hit, especially because they're contacting up here, but the wall is used in response now. That's Dapper just making sure that they can't quite peek through, but the drone and the dog being used at the same time, that's going to signal it. Definitely going to be the B here coming through, and a lot on Tens. Nice from top blade score. What is that? 2 picks for him. Spends the rest of them, but with the op in hand, a quick swing. The confidence from Tens is elite. Not going to get that ace at the end of the day, but at least 4 kills for him. NRG did not
Tyson,
stand a chance.
Bro.
Not a chance. I mean, Ender, put your glasses back on. I can love Tens.
Put your glasses
He's
back
been
on.
so skilled today
Look at
with
it.
Blade Storm usage.
It feels like he's warmed up almost.
It does, yeah. I mean, opening map, he was -5 on first kills to first deaths. I mean, the guy was just dying first a lot at the beginning of these rounds. And now, after Haven, it just feels like he's got
Tyson
into his
is
groove.
disgusting,
he was
bro.
+3 in first kills
Holy
to first deaths.
fuck.
He
God
dominated
damn,
their attack
bro.
side, honestly, and helped Sentinels
Oh
win.
my
I think the analysis was right.
goodness,
Without Tens,
dog.
they don't win on Haven. And those are the kind of situations where he will explode with a Blade Storm and the Operator and just destroy NRG.
Oh my god.
That puts them back on
bro.
an eco round again.
It's
And
brutal.
even though Som has knives, it's still
He
not
is so
pretty.
calm too, bro.
Think
Tyson's
about the
calm
way
as
NRG
fuck.
play typically.
That is the
Som
nasty angle he's holding though.
typically ends up being the focal point for them. Gets
If
supplemented,
if
you know,
fucking
Tex maybe just throwing
Tex
flashes,
peeks that,
normally
he's
playing
done.
KO,
Oh,
but
he left it.
if
He
Som
left
goes
it.
down, normally they've got players as well to just back him up. Android and Tex, notably. But the way this bind comp works, all the support is being
Oh, here
essentially
goes
put
Som.
into Som, and they have
Let's go, Som.
contacted in that drone.
Even though I
Terrific
fuck
position.
with Sentinels,
Because now
Som
popped off, and they are
is still
aware that he could be
one of my
close.
favorite streamers.
Okay, trying to play up the back of it. That's a right click missed. Feels like Som is really just getting none of those, but the classic right click, I'll do a
Grab
bit
the
of
gun, grab
damage.
the gun, grab the
Try
gun.
and find this gun now, pinging around the corner, trying to find it. Has picked it
nope.
up in the
There
end,
you
but
go.
Sentinels. The crossfire is down and out.
Oh.
And from the heaven situation.
Still a
taken
2v2.
out. Yeah, but now it has got scary. A must-win round for NRG. They have to close this out. Snatch off to the side. Stick just trying to dislodge this one.
Oh.
But look at this now, Android. Works its way in and out. Such ratty positions being played, and Dapper left in a 1v2. What can he do? Makes the plans. Quick little swing there from EU, and finally
another thrifty, another eco round. Still crazy though. Losing an eco round.
It's another eco round, another thrifty, won by NRG.
Ridiculous as well.
It is absurd. Dangerous. One of the things that works for them in those situations is that Som is able to play aggressive positions with his knives, even though he doesn't actually get that first kill with the knives. The classic right click finishes off the pick. But all of the space that Som takes is then the long angles are being held by the rest of his team with either Headhunter in the previous maps or Sheriffs now on Bind. And these players are so good. Their first bullet accuracy is monumental. Here we go. 10 setting up on that long B angle with his operator this time as NRG once more move towards Hookah. Tex has been using his dog in most of these scenarios in order to take Hookah control, but they haven't taken it early. And of course, it's that Viper's Pit over towards short. So they're going to expect to be hit.
Yeah.
They're going to know that's the best area for NRG to push.
Yeah, information gained here, Shaz. Oh, yes, a tag. That's an instant ult. Can he find the target, though? Yep. One hit comes through. Counter Hunter's Fury. Will stretch, I think, a little bit too far thin there, but EU loses it, at least to clear through Octagon for them.
Wow.
No space being gained.
That's a rotation.
We're a minute
in, rotation towards Shower for sure.
Damage on Tex here, and they still haven't gained any map control.
And they're not even leaving anybody in Hookah. You know, normally at this point in time, you'd expect NRG to leave somebody posted in Hookah, either to cut rotates or give them an opportunity to rotate back to B if things fail. But here...
Oh, gonna go Showers?
I mean, they have dog, no drone. So the dog here can clear the Viper's Pit. That's why Tex hasn't gone with the rest of his team. And they're just walking into Showers. They're hoping that this read is correct, that they've dragged rotates over to B with that early Hookah pressure. Sorry.
They grab the orb.
And Android's going to ult out here from Showers.
Yep, the dog, that's going to make it incredibly obvious now that this hit's coming through, and the Viper's Pit through Showers. One narrow choke point to play around, and here we see the showstopper. Slams its way, I believe, into triple. Six doesn't get any value out of it, but the spam is there. 12 seconds remaining. This plan, it needs to go down right here, right now. The trades that, at least for a couple of players, but with the Viper's Pit down, 4 seconds remaining. The spike does go onto the ground. The Sentinels players, they know that they can just swarm it with one of them occupied, just trying to win out the round.
How many kills 10 has,
bro?
Look at this shit. This shit is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's a nice idea from NRG, honestly. Going for the Showers Viper's Pit. It's a pretty classic play. You see that a lot at all levels of the game. Trying to counter a Viper's Pit short by using your own out Showers. It gives you a lot of space, lets you get the plant down a lot of the time. But Sentinels play it to perfection, denying the plant.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, NRG have to take a timeout here. The only round they have on the board is a thrifty. That's not a good place to come from.
Oh, absolutely not. So clean here.
It is.
The
Sentinels playing off each other so nicely.
That's what I mean. The fundamentals, the swings, they know exactly the chemistry. And tens, I mean, at the risk of just putting on my own sunglasses, 14-3.
2 kill per round so far.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
It is.
A word I've been using a little bit too much, but I think tens deserves it sometimes, so... What do NRG even do here with this timeout? I mean, what is the adaptation for them?
Well, I think one of the things you want to be looking for is the position of Sick on the map, because the area of the map that Sick is playing in is the area, in my opinion, that Sentinels are going to be dedicating the most resources to holding. If he's playing Showers early round, you want to be trying to play a spread default and pushing towards B long, and try and take the opposite sides of the map. If you identify that the Raze is holding inside Hookah, then maybe you want to be trying to look for a split A. The read against Double Duelist on defense, they don't have the same level of information gathering that the Sky is going to give you, and you should be able to dominate one of the extremities. NRG should be able to take either B long or Showers every round. And in this instance, it's actually only Shaz that's holding Showers, sorry. Shuka, it's a new part of Bind.
Shuka. They're going to know that Tens is holding up here. I mean, doesn't seem likely. Shaz holding it down. Quick little shock dart as he hears that dog being used to clear through. Orb gained as well, and on this round, I think it is going to be NRG just looking for any advantage, maybe a quick little shot on this thrifty. You've got rifles in the hand of EU and Android. Oh, and our drone. Okay, I mean, that's going to get good information that they are kind of leaning over towards that area of the map.
It's used quite early, though, so now NRG, if they do cut they don't. They go for the peak, and Som pays the price for it. There's Haze. What a swing.
Okay. instilling a bit of that old man energy there. Still zombies.
Six just run through the teleport. They're going for the showers play from behind.
Wrapping all the way around here. They're going to clean up these players. Android with the rifle. That's 3. Sick. He knows he's there. He heard, obviously, the boombot coming through to teleport as well. It's the 1v1. Android solo, not able to clutch it up.
Get good.
A round on the board for Sentinels. This time, admittedly, much closer. Again, it always comes down to some of these kind of half rounds, whatever it is.
Holy shit, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, Sick just sprints through the TP there. The call is made from the players anchoring A. They're committing, and Sick fearlessly runs through the B teleport and is just behind them in showers before they can possibly react.
Sentinel's is good, bro.
NRG are really struggling to
That's
find
a good, even if it's a 7-5.
Control to start things out.
They got 10s. 10s is feeling kind of hot right now.
The change from Sky over to Raze has been doing wonders for them. It's not like he's lighting up the scoreboard, but it's giving them advantages.
That is such a nasty ass fucking setup.
Actually leaning as well, playing over towards 10s in a lot of these situations.
I haven't seen a hookah push at all because of that setup.
And right
that
now,
setup is pretty clean
for NRG. Once again, just prioritizing, it seems. Oh, okay.
Oh my god!
Spotted somebody. That's some star player going down. The person you're hoping, banking on to open up some of these rounds and get some of them on the board for NRG. It's made it just that much more difficult.
Yeah, they haven't even been able to take B long or showers control, playing really centrally in the middle of the map, down short, down hookah. And this play, I just don't see it working. Zom's just been holding down lamps rock solidly. This time the drone does get a lot of space, so Zoms and Android are going to fight. Android takes one,
Shazam, let's go.
Immediately by Shaz as they hold that area.
My...
And Tens just can't miss with his operator, man.
Damn.
Yeah, he's on fire right now. Firing on all cylinders. Cosmic Divide to split up the site. Now, do you want to try and get this plant? Concerned, though, of a potential push. In fact, using this as an opportunity to wrap all the way around. But they know the Dapper's going to be here. The flash actually gets information. You're going to hear that. They know that somebody's playing on site.
Oh!
They don't check the corner.
Let's go!
And it's a quick little 2-piece.
Fucking Dap, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, they're not going to push B at all.
Disrespect there. Douglas. That's his new name.
Douglas Upper. That's his new name.
Holy shit, Tens is just...
Sentinels are running this map. Tens is hitting some nasty shots. NRG can't take map control effectively. They're winning all of the duels, which was something that was
17 and 4. What the
when
fuck?
They were thinking about how they were playing.
Tyson is a fucking rock star, bro.
And this is more what the Sentinels fans were hoping for. Perhaps expecting is a bit of a strong word, because there were concerns.
They're not pushing B at all. That's just...
Sentinels fan base, but this devastation.
Every time Tyson shoots, my cock instantly just grows 5 inches. Like, what the fuck?
Tens is consistent. It's good for the
one. He's got a hot hand.
Oh, yeah. You're all being taken, Shaz. He's just this. And now it's a pincer straight through the showers.
What the fuck?
You does shut down Sick, but posting Tens back up, and now a deep swing, and Shaz just really wants to punish him. While all this was going on,
oh my god.
He's just desperate for anything.
Let's go, Zoms. Zoms ain't no one to fuck with, homie. Let's go!
Anchoring it, holding it down, 3 little kills from Yiko for him.
Yo, I don't know what the fuck it is, bro, but after they lost that B push, bro.
I don't think NRG have ever had control of lamps. They're playing their Viper.
No, they haven't got control of lamps or fucking
Android's
hookah.
had a few different Viper walls, but most of the time they're playing that classic.
They're like swinging long in showers. Like there's no, you can't go through mid. You have Zoms there with the fucking Astra, and then B, you got hookah for fucking Viper. Viper is just impossible. You know what I mean? But what concerns me is the fucking offense. You know what I mean? Like how will they go again? Because their offense looks pretty nasty too. Because they have the Viper and they have the Astra as well.
This time, that's heavy utility being used. The pull. Viper molly, nobody's playing in there. Yeah, the recon dart. I don't know. May have.
They're swinging. They got Viper.
I'm not sure.
Ah,
there you go. NRG, do they want to go fast after this? It's a Hunter's Fury as well, but well, caught it.
Oh my god, there it is.
Updraft to try and make, or at least dodge a lot of those shots happening. Still, NRG are fast. Straight for showers.
Where did fucking...
They knew it was empty.
Astra died?
Previous utility
Zoms died? What the fuck? How did Zoms die?
They've had in a long time to try and at least get around on the board.
Oh my god.
They know they needed 10. Oh my god, Texas in so much trouble. In fact, trouble doesn't even describe it adequately. Ends up falling. They hear the satchels being played here. Dapper.
They got
swing around
2.
the corner. Doubled up here and Lamp.
Wide swing.
And that's going to be the double swing, but the timing of Sick, it's a big
Oh,
miss time. Still, he
Sick.
gets 2. What is that?
Oh, there it is.
Another nade.
Yep, pushes him off. He got that one back pretty quickly. Pushing all the way down short. He knows a play is there. Will it be the ace for him? Showstopper in hand, right round the corner.
Oh my God.
And he finds his mark.
There's no way, bro.
Beautiful work.
Holy shit, bro.
That is an incredible
What's up,
performance
Lexus?
from
Yo,
Sick.
sick,
To play
bro.
into Lamps.
I'm surprised he got the 2-man in Lamps.
That was good, though. That was a
Threw
good trade.
satchel. So instead of trading Dapper immediately,
He pushed him
if you
to the
take
fucking
a look
corner.
at the replay here, which I'm sure it'll show. Oh, well, just before this, he threw a satchel that bunches them both up in the corner
Yeah.
and lets him get the spray down. Then sprinting forwards, gets his name
Here
back,
comes
gets
the
an approach
party.
result online. A masterclass raise performance here from Sick.
Let's go, Sick.
That's why you want him on a
Fucking
duelist or on
dangerous.
Sky. Something where he can have that level of impact. Astra Jail, not for this guy. Get him on a frag and roll.
10-1, dude.
And now you're seeing him unleashed.
Oh,
Position by
fuck. What are you
10, He actually
doing?
misses the shot.
How'd you
Like
miss?
the first one of the
Stupid fuck.
series in some cases, but backing away, has the dash to try and get to safety, and NRG are trying to go fast off of this one. Som has the knives pop, the blade storm, and he's hugging this left corner. Are they going to?
Oh my God! Why'd you swing that?
Quick into the sight, and Som
Oh,
finally
Soms.
is going to get.
Let's go, Soms.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Jet on the other side, but they have
Ooh.
not dealt with Douglas.
Let's go, EU.
Locking it down in Hookah. They're all falling down in a final round. Celebratory Hunter's Fury there, just ripped across the sides. 1 round of the half for NRG.
Let's go.
That's brutal. I mean,
Yeah,
an
it's not
absolute
looking good.
masterclass being
It's
put
not
on
looking
here
good,
by
bro.
Sentinels and Tens, Bren.
Yeah, this guy, 19 kills at the half. I mean, almost unheard of in some situations with many other Jet players, but not Tens.
Not looking
We go
good,
to a
bro.
short break. When we're on the other side of things, maybe we'll see the possibility of a comeback from NRG, but looking likely to Sentinels. They have no room to breathe in this second half to even mount a comeback, it feels like.
Is it silly to say the pistol is a must-win round?
Yeah, I mean, it's a truthful statement.
They just require every round at this point.
From now on, yes.
Yeah, it's incredibly rare. I can think of 2 11-1 comebacks that we've
Yeah.
seen.
You see how their
Recent
setup's
times,
different? They have Astra and then
not
Viper at
against
A.
Sentinels.
They kept Viper on
Take
B.
a look at what
Sentinels
other
kept Viper on
teams
B at all
have done
times.
to- certainly
They
looks like
never
a good
changed up the
split.
way they played. They
Sick
always had
wants to
Astra
find
in
value
fucking
with
Lamps and
utility,
Viper and
comes
Hookah all the
clear out
time.
Hookah here.
This might be bad for
Sentinels leads the charge
Sentinels, but
into
still.
Octagon.
Oh yeah, damage being done to EU. Has to just pull his way around. Here's the pull, and now they're in danger.
Oh shit.
Sentinels immediately just bursting straight through. Pull dart there, just tag onto the one. This
Oh, there
is
it
nice.
is.
The crossfires find themselves here, and I think RG they're on the board, Josh.
Okay,
Prime
okay.
game flawless. Is it doable?
Don't even bother talking about it this early. I mean, obviously a must-win round, but the journey is so long from here. But yeah, the defensive setup was pretty good. There was a huge amount of utility being used there, but the pop flash from Tex as he plays elbow is the critical piece because it breaks all of the setups that Sentinels had and isolated that one player on site, and they were just able to pick them off and capitalize from there. I'm worried about Tens with the Marshall. He's spent his 950 credits, and he's looking for a round win.
Yeah, he's honestly a mechanical freak of nature. The rifle in his hands, and okay, well, I mean, that's hazed. Shutting him down. No armor, obviously, on Tens.
He certainly didn't hit the shot anyway, so that is the threat dispelled here. Shazam's going to pick it up, and you know he's certainly a prolific AWP himself, or used to be back when he would play a lot of Jet. But NRG look relatively safe here. Sentinels, though, are still 11-2 up. And we were talking about there's been a lot of talk in the community about the potential decline of this team. They won that major title at Reykjavik, made quarterfinals at Berlin, and then they got grouped at champions. But their losses have been to G2, to Envy, to Liquid, to Crew, like tier 1 teams. They haven't lost to people like NRG. And so that's why it just seemed incredible the way that the first 2 maps went.
Wow.
But now, now we're back into normalcy. And certainly, if Sick is able to close out this 1v3, it would be ridiculous. 35 seconds on the clock and hasn't got the spike plant down. NRG should be able to close this one out.
Okay, straight for the
30
TP.
seconds left.
No utility, by the way. 65 health. Does have the Bulldog, though. It's the one thing he's got going for him, but
He'll just kill 2, get the nade back, kill the final person with it.
It's looking unlikely still. Taps a plan, wants to try and bait this swing from Som, but the patience is being shown.
Psalms, boy.
Round, so
Psalms built different, dog. Motherfucker's still nasty, dog. I don't give a fuck.
Round. This is where it really does matter, Josh. I mean, at what point are we saying that the comeback is mountable?
11 and 8.
It all depends on the economy, right?
Yeah.
Because NRG can get themselves into a situation where a snowball happens. If
11 and 8.
I
say 13 and 8, maybe.
Start to get online. You know, it's not a fixed number where it's
13 and 8
feasible for NRG, but also you want to see it in their play too.
Yeah.
One of the adjustments here, Tech's not.
They might lose this round because it's not a pistol round anymore.
You playing there, which is incredibly unusual, having your Sova play inside the hook position. But I think it's necessary to have Tex playing lamps because he's going to be able to use his flashes, use his dog to clear out the lamps position and stop people lurking down.
Well, almost set up on that angle. Luckily, Hayes was locking it down. In fact, he's doing a good job there. Cleared off the boombot and the drone. They know that the Sentinel players now are starting to work their way in text. Oh, he's got a lot of responsibility on his shoulders here. Yeah, the whole distance down. Quick jump through that. Very clean.
Oh my god, the fucking dash trade, bro. That is fucking crazy, Psalms. Let's see what Psalms got.
It's still a 3v3 on site, though, and Hazed is in a very advanced position. Looking around the back there.
Oh, dude.
The drone is coming out to help them retake lamps, and it's a fake plant. Trying to bait the swing.
Shock dart play there. Dapper falling down low. Swing around the corner. He's going to go down here. Now Tens does have the Vandal, but he's locked around lamps. They know he's in this kind of position playing off of Shaz. Both of these guys together.
Yep.
They can put in good work, honestly, playing off of their utility, but with some locking down the back of lamps. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just going to be an easy kill for them, and Shaz goes down quickly afterwards. So, the bonus one here, Josh.
That is fucking crazy, bro.
Start. Listen, it's all looking good so far in this half for NRG. It just needs a few little tweaks from Sentinels, and they'll be straight back into it. I mean, not even into it. They'll be straight back with a match victory.
Yeah.
One pop-off from Tens or a big clutch from Sick, and it's all over.
I mean, I will say
NRG, they have to tread an incredibly fine line.
If Sentinels do end up losing this map, they need to just go off. They need to get off social media. Because I cannot imagine the responses that will be coming through, man.
Oh, yeah. The Valorant scene seems to delight whenever a top team loses, falls from grace. Twitter would just be playing the proverbial violin and just cooking up s'mores while Sentinel's hopium burnt away.
Oh, Som off to the sides. He just sits in the pull, perfectly happy.
Oh, that angle is so fucking disgusting, bro. I love hanging on top of fucking two, bro.
Early, but Penn's not going to be able to get too much done. He tries to take the wide swing out. Tex needs to be careful. Doesn't want to put him a gun. He is going to start to back away, at least from the octagon position, just holding at that close pallet.
These are the rounds where you really, if you're Sentinels right now, you're not necessarily looking even for economical damage, I would say.
No.
But you're looking to build up those crucial ultimates that can help you correct the snowball that NRG is starting to build up. So, you know, people like Sick and Dapper. Even
oh my god, Shazam! Give it to him!
This is dangerous now.
Tex, let's go. Oh my god, bro.
Swings it around the corner.
There it is.
Low.
Grab that stinger, dog. Do some work,
health.
baby.
How's the stinger?
Stinger, boy.
The angle down, though, with the operator. It seems unlikely that he can get any sort of damage done.
30 seconds.
Oh, you heard
The
that.
sheriff.
25 seconds. I mean, this is not a good position.
Psalm's disgusting, bro.
Lining,
I love it, Psalms.
His ultimate online, and Dapper's as well. So now they have Raze ult, Viper ult into this round 16, and that's a deadly combo. You can, you know, if you take some area of the map in the early round, let's say Showers or Hookah, you can pop the Raze ult, clear the defenders off the site, and use that space to put down your own Viper's Pit.
Just create space, dog. I think Tens and Sick. I think Tens will create the space this round.
Not only you
after that one, because they know Psalms is opping, so they're just gonna rush the op, depending on where the op is. But I'm pretty sure the op's gonna be sitting B,
and that is massive.
or A.
It certainly looks like it's gonna be a push through Hookah.
Oh my god, there it is.
Could be the guy that closes out. He's getting in a position to ult.
That's the back away. You have to respect that push coming through. Sentinel stacked up 4 players.
Hookah, holy
Towards the Hookah
shit.
side. Drone To clear over these smokes, and now it comes out. The showstopper.
Oh my God! You ran right into his ass.
That is EU popping off as well with that Hunter's Fury. Last shot being held down,
Oh, and he tagged two of them.
Crispy ultimate. Two players.
There you go, Dap.
Trouble. Somehow Dapper gets away with that one here. Som wants to post himself up. That smoke going to be used. Viper's Pit used deep in hookah. They need to regain this spike. That's why. On the ground, they're just spamming for now, and Som is playing so deep in this.
Som's got fucking balls, bro.
Positions. A molly underneath hookah here would be fantastic. Maybe Soms can swing around and try and spam into this. If Som stays alive, it's devastating for Sentinels.
And a close-up op inside the Viper's Pit. Okay, why not?
Fuck.
A round win. And that was
massive round.
Two huge ultimates, Josh. You were just pointing out that the fact that... Listen, the way you stop this momentum, this economic swing that's occurring right now before our very eyes, it has to be from the ultimates. But
yeah,
NRG, they just come out with almost a perfect response. EU gets huge value with the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if I can read what ultimate Sentinels are going to play with, then so can NRG. Hayes is an IGL. He knows the game better than I do. So he knew that they were going to go for that Raze ult into Viper ult, and EU was in the perfect position to shut it down with his Silver ultimate. That's those economical swing rounds are where people choose to invest the ultimates, and then the gameplay becomes predictable. And NRG, they get the leg up. This is where the snowball really starts to happen.
Som.
The thing about Som,
You're making my panties wet, bro. Holy fuck.
Really
stop.
At aiming at those jump peaks and finding the value. Even against the eco here, obviously. Ooh, drop down.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Good shit, Sick.
Little pivot there is head, but Andrew's actually there. Swings out from triple, finds the trade. Spike down as well.
But
Tens with an op?
And I've seen magic from him so far this map, whenever he's had the operator in his hands. If there was anyone who could do it, it would be him.
Oh my God, such a perfect timing on that fucking screen, bro.
Up onto the box, checking behind triple. He's got to be meticulous if he wants to try and clutch this one.
At any point here, if they go for the pivot through the teleporter, Hayes is going to eat them alive. Tens has to find a pick.
He's worked his way into back sight. Plan's starting to go down here. Cosmic Divide. Splitting up the site. That's going to be pushing him off. You see that dart? Doesn't feel like he can stick this one. Oh my goodness, the pull. Storm's just about getting it off, but
let's go.
Tens has worked his way there. One smoke available.
Oh!
The quick scope.
Holy fuck, you got his ass. Bro,
flank? They don't want to let Tens get out of hand here. Being on top of the box. Gets rid of one of them, but the Blaze Storm's online. Hayes works his way around the back, and now it is all down to 10. Still has the knives. Quick little jiggle peek. No more bullets left. Has to reload that one in the op. And this, I mean, if he does this, it's an absurd statement. Quick little peek over. One life, not quite missing, not quite finding the target he's looking for. The jump picks.
Oh my God.
Get shut down. Not able to create that magic, Josh, that you were referring to.
I believed. I actually believed.
As well, mate.
The little jump peaks that he does in order to find just Tex's head, his aim was just slightly off, and they kept flying into Tex's body instead.
Damn, bro. That was such a good eco round, though. Like, no cap. Like,
his dash back,
the amount of damage they did to the team, bro, was fucking amazing.
It's almost a pivot.
Like, just fuck, man. That was really, really good plays by Tens.
He is 21
and just doing the amount of damage they did that round.
Outside of the flashy performance of Tens in that last round, which didn't even work, NRG have been creeping back into this game. The last 6 rounds in a row have gone the way of NRG on their defensive side. And Brent, I thought there would be holes in the NRG defense. It was the same thing that Ender was bringing up on the desk.
But round 15 and 18?
Quite frequently plays hookah.
They just need to brush up on those 2 rounds because they planted. They cleared site and they plant. They just need to fucking,
in my opinion, that's
cover down, dude. They just got to fucking hold down site even better. That's it. Because those are the 2 rounds that will make them win. It'll be 13.
I thought Sentinels would have done their homework
straight up
and would be looking to abuse those tendencies. But in fact, NRG are making some subtle adaptations, like moving Tex over to lamps and having Som up from a variety of different positions that are booming them.
Yeah, it's just new stuff being thrown at them. Just little twists and changes to the usual setup. But this is an important round.
Yeah.
Is this what we call it?
Yeah. Well, take a look at the ult economy. If NRG win this round, they are straight back into it. This is where the comeback is real. This round is the pivot point.
11 and 8, just like I
Jazz
said,
has
dude.
got his ultimate online. That's going to be what the game plan revolves around, I think. They're going to look for short. Perhaps a drone and like a fake of lamps control.
Holy shit, Psalms, you're fucking... What?
Triple pushed up. They're going to be working away all the way deep.
They've got so much info in the first 10 seconds.
They know exactly where they are. Sentinels grouped up towards A. Drone going to be in play now. Look. Okay. Walking their way forward. Hunter's Fury to try and lead them in. That's Shaz. Good tag.
Oh my god.
Somehow Android gets 10s.
Come on.
Despite the tag.
And they got fucking lamps.
Their way. Now the Viper's pit into lamps. Good luck taking that one away from him. Need something special cooked up here. Som holding it down on the back of the side. That's good from Sick. The swing timing.
There it is. Oh my god, dude.
6 health. The spike is planted.
Zoms is making his way inside this Viper's pit, looking to be a rat. He's got players all around him.
If he gets one. Oh, what a flick! That is ridiculous. Viper's pit.
Holy shit! That was fucking clean, Zoms.
This looks like Sentinels just scraping away this round. Just barely squeaking through it. Quick flash through as Tex tries to create a bit of individuality.
Nope. Yeah.
Play just on his lonesome.
GG's.
But yeah, not quite enough for them. Sentinels quickly wrangled control back of that round.
Yeah.
It all looked good for NRG. They had the read, they had the information.
Shit,
it was going to be an A short push. And Android even
they could probably win one more round and then, but 13-8, I see it, bro.
With Spike dropped in the middle of the site, NRG can't get the rotates in fast enough to actually hold that position. And instead of trying to hold the Spike, Android makes the decision to ult in lamps. I'm not saying it's a bad decision, but it does give up the spike, and Sentinels are able to come in.
You guys heard like setups. Probably like
here's Som gonna push down short
on half.
Said
you saw me 13-8, right?
Copy position. That's what he's going for here. He's got Android to be able to cover and bait as well. But Som is taking his up for a walk, looking for that magical
because
play.
They have enough money. I think
4 players watching him. 4 players watching this position. This has to be a read by Sentinels, right? Drone being used. It clears him back. That they explode out to it. Som tries to peek around the corner.
Yeah, there it is. Som's popping off. Som's gonna do it right here.
Pop now. So much on this round for them, and this time the right click.
Good control. Holy fuck.
Go down for them. Sentinel's still.
Soms is still there, dude.
Might not be put off from the fact that's gonna be the cosmic divide.
There it is.
Som with the no scope. 10's up top. Tries to drop down, met with a nasty surprise. The dog.
I watched Soms too many times.
Som wants to try and.
Oh my god, I watched Soms too much.
From him. A 3rd kill now. Soms can't even get the plant down here. Full updraft up top.
Yeah.
The swing from the rest of the team, and they know the last players there.
So that's it.
Good fundamentals, and actually shut this one down.
Sentinels know exactly what they need to do now.
We have been talking up 10 so much, and for good reason. The guy has 21 kills, but that was a spectacular round by Som. That was gorgeous. The way that he moved around, his decision to take another re-peek in short, that play, he can't really hear 10s going for the play through short. He was on the other side of the Astral Wall for some period of time, but Som is exactly ready for that and hits the no-scope when it matters.
Yeah, Som's, he's good. He's good.
Lamps. And even his updraft onto truck was traded out by the rest of NRG. Yeah. I mean, that's beautiful.
Wasn't just an int play.
Brent, it's match point for Sentinels. And I think NRG are at a tipping point again where they could get back into this map. They would have to win 4 rounds in a row, but Sentinels are 1 away from getting eco'd. And Tens looks like he's only going to be playing with I don't even know, a Sheriff and Armor or something like that.
No, he's playing Classic.
This is another opportunity here.
Surely you give him the rifle, right?
Nah, Som knows what they're doing.
That's what I would recommend.
No, NRG knows what they're doing. Or Sentinels know what they have to do now to win this round.
They're discussing exactly what
they have to push B side. No, which they're probably they are.
Shaz has been very disciplined. They don't give them any peeks, and they drone every time they're looking to take short control. So I think it's time for Som to take his wares elsewhere.
Fake showers.
B long seems like a decent idea, and that's where he's headed. Swapping places with Tex as they move both initiators over to A, which seems a bit weird.
When Som does this, normally they push him up on that angle. Usually a deep flash or something. They want to try and get him into that position, but yeah, it is Tex who's playing in lamps. So Som's going to be working his way back. It's going to be the nade and a boom bot. They know that they could be taking space now, and Som is adjusted his positioning.
That's such a fucking clean corner.
Through and okay, respect being shown. Sentinels are like,
not pushing
B. Just going to tease that we threw a bit of utility there into Hookah. Now working our way back over towards A.
Nice.
I need it.
The drone just came down at A short, and Tex
Nice.
is making sure that nobody has lurked up. Now Tex looks like he wants to rotate. I don't know why they'd be going towards B here.
Oh
because...
my.
All right.
Okay. War timing there, going down just in time for Tens to be caught unaware. Feels like the hand of God is just playing for NRG right now. I mean, they're finding these opportunities. It's crazy that they're getting these picks. Still, Sentinels, the kind of team you can underestimate even when they're 2 players down, starting to push forwards onto the side and the plant. Now coming down, the Molly.
Missed the Molly.
Shocked at not connecting onto default. I think that was the intended location for it. In fact, a bit disjointed again in that approach.
Sick is looking to try.
Sick's probably gonna get this.
This is when it makes sense.
Yeah.
This is when it makes sense to go for an aggressive play like this.
Oh, Sums, you fucking bitch!
Unfortunately, it doesn't work again. But at least the idea made sense. Now it's all down to Zoms in a 1v3.
1v3, catches the jump P, tries to catch the timing
Damn.
on him, but not the case.
Ooh,
Nice
I thought it was
swing there from
13-8.
Lamps means
Holy
that
shit.
any holes in that potential game plan shut down, and NRG, it's their 9th round on the board. I think the money situation as well, looking into this, Sentinels, they definitely bought into that round.
What the fuck is
this
that?
is getting extremely close. Those first 2 opening kills are everything from NRG. Taking down Dapper and Tens to make it a 5v3 retake. And they've brought this back from an 11-1 half
I
to
don't
12-9.
believe it. I actually don't believe it.
Sentinels are on an eco, but this is almost like, these are the kind of situations where you see teams lose. They've done all the good work against the rifle rounds, and then they just make a couple of mistakes, and the eco
You
ends up
have
ruining
to be
it for them.
careful. You have to show the discipline against rounds like this. Completely correct, Josh. Where it can get out of hands for them. No breathing room for NRG. You cannot make a mistake from here on out. Okay, Hayes, get tagged up, catches it. Tex swinging off the back of this. Hayes goes down. Sick, needs to be dealt with the timing, Sentinels. Oh, that's the mistake they were looking for. They're on the side. They've got the 2-player advantage and guns going away. EU spamming straight through. That smoke he does. That's 1 straight bullet there just onto Sick. They're taking a lot of damage off the back of this one, and you've given them side control, Josh. This could be where it ends.
Yeah, the eco is fucking crazy.
Pushing some forwards into elbow.
Ah,
They don't have a
Psalms,
flash to be able to get back in here. And the post-plant positions are lovely. The ult is getting used.
And it catches onto the fuse and the pull right around the corner. Android's able to get 2. Shaz, though, quickly there, finds another one. The headshots going his way. EU, 38 health. He doesn't know where the other player is. He's desperate for it.
Sentinels,
Not
boy!
to be. And just as we spoke it into existence, it's a thrifty round that carries them forward. Sentinels take the series.
Damn, bro.
What a wild series overall. A roller coaster back and forth between Sentinels and NRG. If you look at the history of Sentinels and their dominance within North America, they probably should have won this one a little cleaner. But nevertheless, they win. They didn't get upset by NRG.
They lost
first time
Haven.
back. They have another 4 weeks of being able to fix some of the mistakes that we saw throughout this series. At the end, I think they can all be relieved, honestly. I think relief is going to be the primary emotion that Sentinels are feeling in that moment.
That was insane, bro.
At the end of the day,
that was a
experience
good-ass
and the individual
fucking game,
prowess
bro.
of those players was able to carry
But,
them through and find
again,
that tiny mistake in the final thrifty round.
Bro, that was a good-ass game, man. I don't know. Woo, boy, let me tell you. That was clean. I like that. That was so nice, bro. That was so clean, man. But fuck, man. If you guys, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? But if you guys, if you guys enjoyed that, just let me know. I want to do more stuff like this, just like watching and streaming it and watching it with my community. And I don't know, it might. We'll see, man. Later in the future, man. I enjoyed watching this with you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it with me. Valorant is, again, it's #1 for me. So, I don't know. But I'll see you guys later, man. Deuces, man.